and I will find you. You are live. You're going to join me. Right, no. You're in the basement. I've heard that before. Oh, boy.
There. See, now we can hang up from the phone, Papa.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but
Are you still a moderator, Larry?
I'm still a mod, yes.
Okay, good. Because, Keith, not Keith,
Rob?
Rob, I said, would you make me a moderator? And when I went to his name on there,
Yeah.
he was still listed as a mod, but this is when I couldn't see him or hear him.
I'll wait till he comes. He's doing a premiere right now.
Oh,
He's doing a premiere right now.
I didn't know.
Yeah. He won't be on long though, Papa. Just so you know.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm gonna text him and let you know where you're back up and live again, everybody.
Yeah, if it's something, if it's just a 5-minute thing or something, I can do that.
I'm pretty sure it's just a 5-minute thing, Papa. I
had asked everybody to go over, and Danny Griswold had thing on, and I thought, because it buzzed on my screen, and at that time there wasn't anybody on my screen, so I thought, well, I'll go over there. So I asked anybody that was in my room or my page or whatever you call it to go over to Griswold Family Vacay with me to watch Danny's, and I always like his stuff is always family friendly. Anybody can watch it.
Yep.
You don't have to worry about him getting all nasty and filthy. Like
I'm just gonna fix my light here. It's making me ghost, and I don't like ghosting.
Ghosting you what?
Ghosting, it's called. There we go. Ugh.
That looks like that cover.
That's still ghosting, but that's okay.
That's your. Is that your? That looks like the cover on it. What?
That was my photo of the room that I was going to be staying in on Carnival Horizon with you guys. But I'm now going to be rooming with Dewey, who has a balcony, so I need to change that.
We decided to take, because we were doing Aruba twice, we decided to go ahead and take a handicap accessible.
Yeah.
For the October one.
You're not too good in the frame there, Papa. You might want to frame yourself in that picture.
You know
way down bottom. You should be right in the middle. There you go. Yeah, right. Perfect. Well, no. You smarty pants, you.
Hello, boys.
Hey, you're wearing the same color shorts I'm wearing. Speaking of that, did you know I don't know if you knew, but I was having a hard time finding like the formal wear for the cruise and everything. And all that kind of stuff. Well, I did find a pair of pants last night at Walmart, and believe it or not, they're like golf dress pants. They look exactly like dress pants. Nobody will know that they're stretchy golf pants. Nobody will know. So fit me perfect. So now I just need to, well, I don't need to because I got a couple shirts, but I want a black. I want a pure black shirt because I sweat a lot and I don't like that kind of deal. And so that being said, I have a post on Facebook looking for a place in Long Beach or LA to find some big people clothes. Well, somebody wrote last night saying, hey, I was just going to bring a bunch of clothes that would definitely fit you to the Goodwill, and he's going to bring them on the cruise and pass them on to me, a suit and everything.
Oh, wow. How great is that, right?
Yeah. And I said, how much? And he says, buy me a glass of whiskey. And it's like, oh.
That's a tough one, right?
Well, because he's lost 100 and something pounds, and they're 5X shirts and everything, and suits and everything. Like, so, like, yeah, why wouldn't you offer it to somebody that's, you see that it's on the same cruise? And yeah, that was awesome. That blew me away. Like, wow.
It's a simple give, and it shall be given law, if you ask me. But I mean, we practiced that our whole lives, and all of this stuff, we've had tons of money coming in that allows this stuff, like traveling and stuff, that allows this to happen, because God knows now I make nothing. I don't have her.
Yesterday was National, what was it? National, what's it called? What? Good Deed Day.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not the word, but that's really what it is.
Benevolent.
Here, like, I'll go to Tim Hortons through the drive-through, and I'll ask, hey, what's the order behind me? Because I don't want to pay for, like, some, like, office lunch of $100. I'm not going to pay that. But, if somebody's got like $10-15 order, I'll tell the person, the worker, hey, I'll put it on my credit card and just drive away. I don't, and that's all part, because one of the churches that me and Ananda were baptized at, we watch every once in a while. We'll watch it live on YouTube on Sundays. And a couple of weeks ago, they were talking about generosity in the Bible and stuff like that. And so basically it's exactly the same thing. But what I added into the chat, and they liked it, is that there was another scripture where you don't let one hand know what the other hand's doing, basically. So that's all part of that. So if you're going to do a good deed to somebody, you don't need to tell everybody that I'm doing a good deed to everybody. It's not about me doing a good deed. It's about doing God's work and allowing that person to see God's work.
I tell you, it doesn't. I'm certainly grateful.
Yeah.
When hundreds or even thousands of dollars come my way, I'm definitely grateful. It does not surprise me, though, because, and I was telling my wife, we were, kind of winding down, getting ready to go to sleep last night. She said, man, this has been a great week for us financially.
Mm-hmm.
She said, I can't believe so-and-so gave me this.
Yeah.
We were a couple thousand miles from home, and she was down there without my support. In fact, just the opposite. I was
You're going to make me cry if you keep saying that.
And I said, honey, this shouldn't surprise you, because we put the money in at some point. I said, and the fact of the matter is, if you sow a couple of seeds of corn, it'll grow you a whole stalk of corn. And
what goes around comes around. Yeah, like Nancy's saying.
Yeah, the mathematics of it, of corn in particular, the mathematics is incredible. And I don't expect God to give me dollar for dollar, but there's never been a time when, in time, he failed to do so. There's never been a time.
Get this, Papa. We go to my mother-in-law's pretty much every Christmas. Okay.
Oh, he's in the basement. Rob is here.
Oh, Rob's in the basement? Okay, there he is.
Yeah. He's forever
there's Bobby.
Hello.
To be known as Rob Cuffs.
Rob what?
Rob Cuffs.
Rob Cuffs?
Yeah, and you got to get these two teeth taken out. You got to get these two teeth.
Teeths. You got to get these two teeth missing. Cuffs, yeah.
Yeah.
So we go to my mother-in-law's every Christmas, and
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, no, I love it. I love going to my mother-in-law's. No, I am so blessed with two great mother-in-laws and a father-in-law. So Nanda's mom's or dad.
Okay, I'll call you back later, Ananda. Okay, bye.
Anyway, I'm blessed with two great mother-in-laws, like amazing, loving. Anyway, so I go to this one mother-in-law who used to live just outside of Vancouver. She's now gone into the interior. That's where I went for this Christmas. Anyway, so we normally don't have really much of really big problems financially, but there's times where you do. And this Christmas that we were going, we really didn't have much of anything. We were just able to get down to visit her and maybe a small little gift, but we were feeling bad. And just before we went, we ended up checking our bank account.
Oh, crap.
You all right?
You okay?
Ice. Mm.
Yeah, I hear you. Brain freeze. He's doing the brain freeze, Rob.
Yep.
Yep.
Hold your breath. Hold your breath.
I get my towel.
Yeah.
Mm.
So,
Oh, you're
couple days before going to my mother-in-law's, we checked our bank account, and there was $2,000 in our bank account. $2,000 unexpectedly. And where it came from when we did some taxes 2 years prior. And we had just gotten into
oh my God.
readjusting our taxes. But yeah, 2 days before we're leaving, and this Christmas we were hurting, like really not hurting, like we were able to go on the trip, but we weren't able to buy a lot of gifts for my mother-in-law and stuff like that. But it's like that's what happens. It's not about, well, I gave you $5, I should get 5 or 10. Like, it's not about that. God gives you what you need.
The fact of the matter is, some people want from God more than they can really handle.
Yeah.
But I find that most people that are that way don't give to begin with. They don't look at their fellow brother and say, oh, my brother really needs this cruise. I had this conversation. Dew and I were talking last week, and
yeah,
I said, I remember several times, and I don't know when, I couldn't begin to tell you when, but at some point on one of these cruise things a couple of years ago, right after we got on YouTube, saying, if you can afford to go on 6 or 7 cruises a year, it's probably not going to break you up to donate one of them to somebody who would otherwise never have a chance. And, just then came along that
Helping Hands for Cruising.
Helping Hands for Cruising. Just then somebody had organized that whole thing. And I thought, you know what? That is a very, very good thing for people to do. The test is not in the receiving of money. That's part of the test, because how we receive it and dish it out. But the test is in the faith to give it away before you've received it back. And then rejoicing once it comes back. And man, I'll tell you, there is nothing, and I do mean nothing, that feels any better than being able to take away your own substance and give it to somebody who's in need. I remember somebody told me.
To me, it's priceless, Papa. It's priceless. Right? It's priceless feeling. It's priceless.
Absolutely. I remember when I was a kid, I worked at I carried newspapers, and I walked around. I did 400 papers a day. 400 different houses in our subdivision. And I was up at 3 a.m. every day. And by the time I got done with my homework at night, it was about 7 or 8. So from the time I was like 11 or 12 up until I was 16, I was pretty well stuck to the paper route. And I thought, oh man, this sucks. But then came Christmas time, and I had some people that really went out of their way to give me a good tip for Christmas every year. But one guy he lived on a second floor apartment, and I had to walk up 2 flights of stairs to get up to his place. But I did, and I didn't bark about it one time, we never had that entitled. If we had ever demonstrated that kind of behavior, my dad would have punched me out. Hi, who is that? Cruising Scene?
That's Sharon and Gary Anderson.
Sharon and Gary Anderson.
They live in, I think, Texas. Pretty sure they're Texas.
Yes, they're Texas.
Well, welcome, Texans. Are you Aggies? Is that the Aggies or the Longhorns?
What? I've never heard the first one. I've heard of Longhorns, but what's that?
The Aggies?
Yeah, I never heard of that.
Look it up. But anyway, I remember telling one of these guys that I went out of my way busting my hump for him 365 days a year. And do you know, he never one time did he give me one penny. And one time, uh, of course, he lived in an apartment complex. And so when you went up the stairs, you got to the top of the stairs and you could go either to the south or the north. And he saw me putting his neighbors. The paper never got wet on the steps because I put it in the handrail that you use to get up there. I tuck it right in there so it was dry. And even if there were inches and inches of snow up there on the deck, didn't matter because it was nicely protected. Some of them, I even opened their front door and tucked it in behind there and shut it real quick.
Back when I did those, Papa, they used to give us bags, like actual bags that we had to put them in and then do it.
They give them bags around here now.
Okay.
But when I was a kid, I had 6 different ways I could fold them up.
Yeah.
And they would hold in place.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. Yeah.
But anyway, this guy, after a year, actually probably closer to 3 years, he gave me a Christmas tip of 50 cents. And I thanked him for it. But the thought occurred to me, I really wanted to say, and like I say, I did not feel entitled, but I thought, if I ever have to do that, I'm going to quit taking the paper if I can't offer a more appropriate tip. Because it occurred to me, if that man was so broke, he could only give me 50 cents after 3 years of quality service and a dry newspaper every day that he could read before he left for work in the morning. I felt like telling the guy, here's your 50 cents back. You might need this worse than I do. But that would have been horrible. But I don't know. I do worry about the entitled generation for so many reasons. Rob, tell me that. He's in Texas too, but we're not big sports fans. Yeah, well, you have happened upon the greatest sports fan of all, folks. You're talking to me, after all, and I live in Chicagoland. We bleed Bulls, Bears, and Blackhawks. Just saying.
Sorry about your luck.
Bulls, Bears, and Blackhawks. And don't make me say one more, being I'm liable to swear.
Yeah, I know. Although I must admit, whenever back in the day, back in the Michael Jordan day, I did watch some Michael Jordan basketball. I did.
He used to have a restaurant here.
Did he? Oh, wow.
It was so cool. And all the menu items, of course, when you walk in, it was Michael Jackson owning the world with the mosaic tile.
Mm.
And it was all stuff off of his mom's and his wife's recipe books. Oy, oy, oy. Can you say banana pudding? Uh-huh. It was good.
Now, let me tell you, I would love to go to an NBA basketball game. I've never been to one. I'm not a huge sports fan, but I do like going to live sporting events. I used to root for the Calgary Flames. I got my jersey and stuff behind the curtain here. I don't support because it's gotten too financial. The scalpers just made it retarded to go buy a ticket. Like I've gone to games. I've actually even sat in private boxes before. But to go to a game and just, hey, I want to go to a hockey game tonight, the scalpers just made it just not entertaining at all. And so
it's an arm and a leg.
Huh?
It's an arm and a leg.
Yeah. Now, fortunately enough, when I lived in Vancouver, I knew people that had season tickets. So there was times where they didn't want to go and I'd get it from them for face value, which was fine. But I just stopped. It's gotten too financial. It's all about the money and not the game of whatever it is, hockey, baseball. I do love baseball. Now, I'm sorry about your Chicago White Sox and all that and the Cubs, but you
Oh,
know,
man.
I'm a Blue Jays fan. Let's go Blue Jays! Yeah. Sorry, Papa.
I enjoy. The only thing I would enjoy at this point is if I could take my scooter, my electric scooter, and go up the ramps to get up to one of the mezzanine levels
For
Wrigley Field for the.
Wrigley Field, yeah.
There's
I would love to go there because I got to see Fenway Park, which is an old stadium, and so is Wrigley Field, right? So I would love to see the Wrigley Field.
They were built right at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
Fenway is in
So, Papa, then I really need to go into Chicago during the summer. Then I think I would enjoy coming to visit you during the summer. What's this? Hello, everyone. I'm typing through a tablet as I am not tagging everyone one by one.
Welcome, Kenneth.
Welcome,
Hi, Kenneth, buddy.
Kenneth, we were just talking about how much we love you.
Yes.
You're a pretty good guy in our book, buddy.
And Kenneth, to let you know, if you haven't already, I am coming on the cruise after all.
And Kenneth, thank you for stopping by my premiere.
Hey,
I can't wait to meet him. I just can't wait to meet Kenneth.
Rob, I was in this debacle not knowing I was on screen. I said something about everybody get out,
and Rob, when I was trying to help him, then I realized you were live, but I was right in the middle of trying to help him. And I remember you saying 3:00, but right now it's only 12:24 here.
We were all more mixed up than part of the fan pack.
No, I know. So you're saying 3:00 your time. I knew that, but in my brain, I'm thinking I don't need to worry about Rob until 3:00.
Now you're on. Toronto is Eastern, right?
Yes.
Okay. Who is in Canada? Which one is Central?
Don't think no one.
We don't even know anybody in Central.
Somebody's got to be on like Minneapolis and Chicago.
No, we have it. Winnipeg.
But no one in Canada.
Alberta and Saskatchewan, they're on Central.
Alberta and Saskatchewan.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
I thought you meant like YouTuber. No. Alberta and Saskatchewan would be the same thing. Central.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we're Pacific. BC is Pacific.
Yeah, but no one up in Canada that we know.
Yeah, I don't know any YouTubers in Winnipeg or Saskatchewan at all. Only Ontario, Alberta, British Columbia, and Quebec. I just wanted to mention one thing to Sharon. Excuse me, Sharon, we were talking about you yesterday because we actually know somebody here in Powell River. I think I told you this before, named Gary Anderson. And he actually had moved away from Powell River. Well, we were coming back from our trip yesterday on the ferry, and this Gary that lived here before says, "I'm here in Powell River now." And it's like, we were just talking about you to this Sharon and Gary that we met in Texas. So
yeah.
His name's Gary Anderson. Oh, there's our girl Najuma.
Hello, Najuma.
Najuma, I've already told Najuma. I told her, everybody, keep it a secret. I told everybody I'm going on a cruise, and I went around telling everybody, keep it a secret.
Yeah, you ain't gonna keep that a secret.
Hey, Larry, what's the secret?
Nothing now. The secret's out now.
Yes, the secret is out.
Oh, okay, all right, Papa. Remember, we're going on the same cruise now.
Maybe, I don't know.
Well, I'm going to pray very hard for you, Papa, because I will be very hurt and disappointed if you don't, and not against you. I'm talking about the situation.
Thanks, Papa. Thanks, Larry.
The way it goes, Rob. Pray, and you might go. It might get done early, remember?
I'm just thinking there's a section of the YouTube community that needs to see big men in super small bathing suits.
Are you still going to bring me those bathing suits, Papa? Maybe I'll try a Speedo, and we'll have like a Speedo contest.
I can tell you this. My phone got lost, and a bunch of pictures that I had of me standing around the pool, that all went down with it. Although I think it was an inside job.
Yeah.
I mean, think Mommy may wanted her own toys. Yeah, I'm sharing this. Okay.
So we can have like a speedo contest there. Yeah. But I'm gonna have to go on to this first cruise first to see what to expect.
Where's it based out of? Is it
15
American?
days?
Long Beach.
Oh, so is it north or south?
Southern
West.
California.
Rob said
Good
west.
one, Rob. West. Yep, it is.
Yeah, north or south? West.
Yes.
That is a good one.
Rob, you need to go visit California and stuff, man. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful state.
I was this close.
California, if you must know, I would make a recommendation. Everybody likes different things, but
Yep.
some of the most beautiful scenery that I've ever seen in California, especially, is north of San Francisco.
I've never been there, but I've seen lots of photos and lots of everything, and I'm actually not too far.
There's an old song. Oh, purple mountains, majesty, above thy fruited place.
Oh wow, I know that song. I didn't know that related to that. Oh wow.
I never knew. I had never seen in person a purple mountain.
Huh.
And you really have to see it to understand the vastness of the forest. It just has hundreds of hectares as far as you can see. And also, then you get up there and you're in the sequoias and the natural redwoods of the Northern California. And there's about a 30 or 40 mile stretch that just winds in and out of these. And you think, this is impossible.
That would be heavenly to see the redwood forest. Oh, wow.
There's one, and I believe it's still there. That you can drive through it.
We have them here in British Columbia. The big trees like that, like cars. We actually Stanley Park, which is in downtown Vancouver. They have old folders of the cars driving through the trunk of a tree.
Right.
I think because we only have small parts of it left, like the big forest, like where the redwood forest. That's massive and still protected, and I want to experience that. Whereas here, we only get a small little piece of it, which is sad. I'm a tree hugger.
They're lovely. I will say where Najuma lives, I don't know exactly where her house is, but I do know Long Island.
It's in basically
Long Island.
Long Island.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I've never been there.
Well, if you go along the northern coast, or what they call the Sound, it comes out kind of there, right around Woods Hole. Woods Hole? No, not Woods Hole. Where NOAA is based, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric.
Yeah.
It comes out there, and then you can take the ferry and go across to Martha's Vineyard, which is another small island there.
It's got a nice look to it, but I don't do that scene. That's not my scene.
It's pretty, and that's where James Taylor lives. Shower the people you love with love, and a lot of that is native territory. Aquila, that is the English came and called it Gay Head for some reason. Don't ask me why. Let's see, that's there. Oh, and then also Chappaquiddick is another little tiny island.
I've heard of that, yeah.
Yeah, well, you probably remember when we were kids watching on the news, Teddy Kennedy.
Yes, Teddy Kennedy.
And the wreck that he had that killed that girl.
Yes.
Love James Taylor says, what's the guy's name? Help me out, somebody.
So this would be Sharon and her husband Gary. Sharon would be the most common one used in the name. It's like with me, Plump Travelers. It's normally Larry, not Ananda, that's on there. You know, some people say hi, Larry and Ananda. It's usually me, Larry, and then so in this case, it's usually Sharon that's doing all the talking.
Well, Sharon, James Taylor comes through Chicago usually about once a year, and he's always a delight. I have gone to the Chicago Auto Show. This was back when it was 13 days in length, which now it's only like 6 days in length.
By the way, Papa, Sharon and Gary is going to be on the group cruise.
Really?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, you're going to have to see Papa. He keeps making it look like he's not. I think I'm going to pray really hard then.
I lost a couple more pounds today. I think I'm at 217 or 218, somewhere around there. I'm not making any kind of an effort because I find out when I do.
Oh, look who it is, Papa. Look
who
that is.
Honeymoon in Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket. Yes, this is Sharon. Oh my gosh. We were originally from Connecticut. Have you met James Taylor? I have met him. It's been a long time ago. I was a very new musician, and anything he played.
You all right, Rob?
I just thought it was a great thing. Rob, please don't do your drugs and stuff right on here.
Yeah, really. Like, save them for off camera, man.
You're going to leave your boss with some skepticism. Us and more.
There it is. There, I was waiting for you to say that one.
Welcome to my big fat party.
See, this is hard one. Like I was saying with Sharon and Gary and then me and Ananda. Us and more. It's hard to say who it is at that because they both take over that name. Dwight or Heather.
I think it's Heather.
I think it's Papa or Dwight.
You think it's Papa?
No, Dwight.
Ooh.
Who is it? Who is it today?
Call me and find out about this.
I'm pretty sure it's Heather.
It's usually Heather because I think Dwight has his own, and also like Sean and Ilana.
Oh, it's Heather today.
It's Heather.
Yep. Heather.
Hi, Heather. Heather, did you get my message that I need I'm going to need a shirt now that I'll be going on the cruise? I'm going to need a 5X. And what are the colors? Did you know that she's going to have a shirt for the cruise, Papa?
I read something about it. I don't know if it was a text message. It was from.
No, it was a post in the cruise Facebook group.
Oh, you know what? Now all my Facebook messages come right on to my phone.
That's cool.
Yeah, I guess.
Yes, Heather, I am. I thought you already knew the secret already.
Shame on
you.
Yes,
I'll be rooming with Dewey. It's already booked. I already got everything. I just got to pay Dewey. But yes, I will be going on the cruise. Won't be staying at the hotel. I'll be staying at Dewey, but we will be going to the hotel.
Absolutely.
Oh, you're not staying at the hotel?
No, because Dewey lives 30 minutes from Miami.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He's allowing me to stay at his house. So why would he go pay $200 a night in a hotel when he's 30 minutes away and just go party and have someone D&D drive us back or just take a cab?
I will tell you that Mommy told me on 2 different cruises that she went on, she flew into Lauderdale and sailed one time out of Lauderdale, but then the other time she sailed out of Miami and did exactly what you're talking about, Larry. That it was nice and it was not far. She allowed an extra hour to get to the cruise port in time.
Dewey lives like not even 10, 15 minutes away from the airport. Like he's right close to everything.
Let's see, where'd we see? Oh, we were out of Orlando. We flew from Orlando home, but we fly into Milwaukee any chance we get here.
Yeah, you say that. Yeah,
it's just remarkable.
But for me, Papa, there he is.
Hey,
Poor man.
What's happening, buddy?
Not much.
Board man here.
Hey,
come on, let's hear it, Jenny.
Thanks for having me up on your show.
Absolutely, bud. Anytime I'm on here, all you have to now you realize that half the time you have to draw my attention and say, hello, I'm here in the basement.
You have to do that with Kenny also, Papa.
Oh, really?
He's on that Tinder all the time.
I'm usually on multiple streams at
You are,
once.
yeah.
Heather said, hi to everybody. Be right back. Got to run into the stone.
Doing the store. So,
Sure.
yeah, Kenneth, you heard that I'm coming on the cruise.
Yes, I did. I heard that on Dewey Ski.
Yes, that's right.
Dewey Ski. Can I just tell you guys, that guy is 100%. He is just 100%.
I'm going to get emotional. Sorry, I got a call from a hospital here. Just give me.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, Larry. Now what?
We had a wonderful time. He was with us every day for breakfast, almost every day for lunch. Now, keeping in mind a couple of lunches I couldn't make, but he was still right up there, waiting for Shelley. And half the time, of course, it's a big, wide open area, so he would make sure that there was a good table for us and all right by the food bars and whatever. And it was so nice. He was the perfect gentleman, very, very unselfish and kind man. I could not be happier. Then he joined us every night for dinner. It was so nice.
Sorry about that. What did I miss?
I was just talking about the joy that was our cruise because of Dewey and how much
Dewey, yeah.
he added to our experience because, here's Najuma.
You've heard of like the mother hen or mother goose and stuff. That's what I would say Dewey is like in the male version. Hi, Najuma.
Hi, Larry. Hey, Kitty.
Hey, Najuma.
Hey, Papa.
Hi, sweetie. How are you?
Okay, how you doing?
Well, I'm fine, but you know what? I don't want anybody to have to work on their vacation. So I've got an idea. Maybe we could get something and freeze it hard and ship it to the ship ahead of time and get the head waiter at our table to get some fresh greens for Papa. I'm just saying, I'm used to this all the time, but I know the cruise ships wouldn't go for that. But
well, Dewey told me a story, Papa, along the lines of what you're saying.
okay,
I don't know if you've seen, but they had a video on his cruise when he went with Jeffrey Pooler. And I can't remember who else was on that cruise. But anyway, they ended up getting a special dinner made for them, an Indian food dinner made for them.
Yum.
I'm a Indian. Anyway, so what it was, it turns out that Jeffrey knew one of the chefs from something, and they managed to get a special dinner made for them. So we might be able to talk to one of the chefs and, or talk to Jeffrey Pooler and see if some strings can be pulled.
Jeffrey is aware of some of the finer things in life.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
He's been traveling since he was a boy with his mom.
He travels a lot too, and he actually doesn't live too far from me. Actually, well, maybe 5-6 hours away from me. South.
That's not too far.
It isn't really.
Okay. Well, are you
okay? So, okay, that's driving time. Okay, and that's including crossing borders and everything. Now, flying, he would be roughly an hour and a half flight away from me.
They were slow this time. The planes were noticeably slower.
Really?
Going south and coming back. I always look at the weather before I go anywhere. And I don't remember what I know or what I knew about the weather.
Well, there is weather plays a role. The jet stream plays a role. But they don't like speed up or slow down like cruise ships do. Well, no. Sorry, they do, but
they depend on lift.
Yes.
And I was trying to figure out some of the patterns that dictate lift. I still can't wrap my head around it. This is something that I know I used to know. I know I can't figure out that. I can't figure it out. But we did fly in and out of Orlando. Oh, the last time I was in Orlando that I remember in the airport was when I was a kid, like 14 or 15, maybe 40 years ago. And the airport, MCO, which is Orlando International,
Yep.
was nothing like it is now. It is beautiful and big now.
Yes, airports have changed from back in when I first had my first flight in 1980.
Well, did they used to let you outside and go up on the tarmac or up on the roof of the airport and watch the planes take off?
I don't know because my first flights was in Canada.
Yeah, when I was a kid,
went to a major airport in Montreal, Pierre Elliott Trudeau International, and I was only 10 years old, so I wouldn't have went upstairs at all at that point. So no, I don't know what they did. They might have.
My grandmother fell in Philadelphia, and she needed somebody to come get her, and nobody wanted to drive it. So my dad flew out there, and he and mother took dad to the airport in Indianapolis, and I rode along with mother. At the time, I was only like 10 years old. And she said, well, now we can go out and watch your dad. So he caught, I think it was either TWA or Eastern. That was always our, lines of choice.
Now we're saying our age when we talk TWA.
I know, right? TWA wasn't. They were an awesome airline back then.
Rob probably doesn't know what TWA is, or can he?
No.
Trans World Airlines. Trans World Airlines.
I don't know. Are you young enough to know TWA, Najuma?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, there we go. We're in the same age group there.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say anything that's past Najuma. She pay attention to what's going on with that stuff. But I remember going up on the roof, going 2 stories up, climbing out on the roof of that building, and the wind was just ripping because the jet engines were right there. And there was like one north-south runway that made an exact crossing of an east-west runway. And that was it. And then there was taxiing to get one side of the airport and the other side of the airport. And so, if there had ever been an accident, I didn't know about it, and it wasn't an item of news because it would have shut down the whole place. It would have been the right place.
Pretty much all airports, like big airports, have intersecting runways.
Yeah, they do now. But like O'Hare has 11 runways now. Yeah. But that's a small city. There's cities that don't have as many streets or runways as O'Hare.
Yeah.
O'Hare
is one of my bucket list airports. Of course, JFK is another one. What is it? Atlanta is another one.
ATL.
Miami, not necessarily Fort Lauderdale, but the Miami one is a bucket list airport that I want to fly into. No, these are just things growing up, Papa. Like these are like being that week. It's just
if you knew the airports now, you'd take Fort Lauderdale any day. Because
it's not as busy and hectic and crazy, and
it's not as busy, but it comes off way cleaner and it does not have the odor.
See, I actually love LAX.
That's kind of a mix between the two, actually.
See, you talk about odor, Papa. Okay, where Rob lives in Toronto, it has a distinct smell to it. Not a bad, gross smell, but it does have a distinct smell. But those things are all those things are all part of the adventure for me. These are things that interest me. Like you're saying, a smell. Okay, that's what I'll be looking for if I go into the Miami airport. I'd be looking for those kinds of things. It's not. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a gross thing. It's just adventure. It's like Papa said, it's fucking gross, man.
I want to know. My thing is, I always want to know that the smell that I'm smelling is not human waste.
Well, yeah, no. If it smells like that, it wouldn't be enjoyable. Of
Yeah.
course, I understand.
But I never smelled anything like that in. Now this is, by the way, no, this has all been since 2010. No, when did 9/11? 2001.
2001.
Yeah.
Amanda's birthday.
Huh?
Amanda's birthday, September 11th.
September 11th? Wow.
Hey, Scott, I'll be right back.
Okay. I wonder what he's up to.
How's the weather in New York? New York. And Papa, while she's doing that, you said roof. It's called roof, isn't it?
Depends on who you ask. We would go up on the roof, with the wolves. Woof.
Remember, Papa, I'm just getting you back for what you say to me.
Oh, that's all right. I've taught phonics. So,
You got hooked on phonics, did you?
yeah, I used to tell kids, is it roof or roofs? And if it's one or the other, then is it wolf or wolves? And oh man, you should hear people try to explain their answers. I'm like, just say that's how we say it in my state.
I'm a little annoyed with English. I really am.
Well, you should be. It's the most difficult language on earth, and for good reason.
Because you can have one word with multiple meanings, which is very confusing for people, which makes a lot of conflict. And that's my problem, because it creates conflict. It's the same with the Bible. Some of those things can mean different things, but one person interprets it differently, and then it creates the conflict. But I already know why that's like that in the Bible. I already know that.
Yeah, the English don't have an excuse like that. They tend to own anything that's sacred, and the English language is anything but sacred. But you should try to teach it sometime to entry-level college students, because they want to know all this why business. I'm like,
yeah. Well, why?
The reason we say it that way is because if you don't, there's going to be centipedes crawling all over your head at night while you sleep. And that's really the truth.
So were you talking about the word pecan, or cocoa pea, or cocoa pay?
Almond. My mother and dad, until my mother died a little over a year ago, they always argued almond and almond. And I said,
which is the right answer?
Well, I'll tell you what, my name is spelled Allen.
Yes, Alan.
Is it? Or is it Allen? Because that's ALL.
So then why didn't we start putting those asterisks? Is it asterisks or apostrophes like they do in like the Spanish, the French? Well, they'll throw something O's and the O's, and I can't remember the proper brain freezing, but you know what I mean? Like the little thing to pronounce the sound, right? The phonetic.
We got people that don't even know that an asterisk is pronounced asterisk. They just think it's asterisk.
Well, that's what I thought it was, isn't it?
Everybody loses the S. I'm like, it's not like RICK. It's RI. It's not Rix. It's risk. I'm like, no, it's not. I'm like, yeah, it is.
But really, Papa, sometimes is phonetics really important? As long as you're understanding what I'm saying.
As long as you get your message across clearly and to as many people as possible, that's the very best you can do. Now, if I know I'm coming to your house or to your church and going to be addressing, who was that?
Brianna, I was trying to get her to say hi.
Hi, Brianna.
Is she going to say hi? Brianna, aren't you going to say hi?
Brianna, you can bring me some chocolate pie.
No. Brianna, I'm coming to you again.
You're not frozen. I got you, Najuma. Brianna, you got to bring some chocolate pie on the cruise, okay?
She's bringing chocolate pie? I like chocolate pie.
I'm talking about she deserves a discount. I'm going to tell Carnival that if she bring a chocolate pie for like a table of 8 or 10, she should get like a special discount.
Najuma, she's not shy, is she?
I'd
No.
say she's pretending to be shy, but
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
because I've got daughters that they'll act all shy, but once they
She'll
get
get on
talking,
the cruise and then start seeing everything and doing the dancing. What's that called? That sail away party.
Mhm.
they'll away
Hear the
from you.
music. She'll be right up front stage.
Small
I
bag.
like-
Don't get a big bag. 'Cause that's money over there.
There's so much.
Same with Kenneth. Kenneth's gonna do the dance.
No, not hardly.
I'm going to get Kenneth to dance. I'm going to get Kenneth to dance if it kills me.
Do it. Gee,
Kenneth,
don't
have you
go
ever
cruising.
danced before, Kenneth?
Do what now?
Have you ever danced before, like in your chair? You know what I mean? Like
No, I don't do.
you don't even do
don't have
that,
to fly everybody.
Kenneth. I don't dance either.
Right, that's why I'm
I
giving
don't
you
like getting
$10.
up on the floor and doing what they all do. Like I'll do a slow dance with a girl, my wife
I
and
don't see
stuff,
them having a big
but
one.
I don't dance. But I do, as you can see, I can.
It should be enough. It shouldn't be too much for
Nothing
a
wrong
flower.
sitting in your chair. Will you have a scooter or a chair, anything,
Give
Kenneth?
me that back.
I'll have I'll have one of
Um,
those scooters that you can ride. You know.
Yeah. So you just sit in your scooter and dance. Come on, you do that.
No.
You can
Now,
get
I
your
will
couple
say,
of
Kenneth, I had taken my scooter this time.
hmm
I did not have an accessible room. However, I still very, very carefully got it in and back out of the room each time, and I was still able to turn it around in there. Again, you cannot get in a hurry. You got to be real careful not to bang up the walls. But that's one thing. So I'll take mine because we have an accessible cabin this time.
Yeah, Kenneth's gonna have an accessible one too.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I might have some.
I'm a little jealous. I want an accessible one because it comes with a bathtub. From what I heard.
Yeah, this room that I'm gonna have, it's gonna be all handicap accessible.
Good,
And
good.
it's even gonna have room for that scooter and everything, and it's a big.
Nice.
From what I understand, it's a big bathroom in there too. So
Yeah. What do you know what deck you're on yet, Kenneth?
to be honest with you, I don't remember.
Don't know yet? Yeah.
You remember the first number of your room number?
I don't remember that either.
We're gonna
He's going on a cruise
Hey.
and he's gonna see an ocean. That's what he knows.
we're gonna have to get his cabin number early on so we can help that brother out.
Yeah.
I do need to get on the website. And find out what excursions I want to do.
Kenneth, I wanted
You're
to
gonna climb.
let you know,
Are you gonna climb the mountain excursion? Do that at like mountain climbing excursion? Because if you do, you're gonna put me to shame.
Well, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because I'm going to Helen, Georgia,
Yeah.
in just a couple of weeks.
I thought you were I'm going to hell in a handbasket.
Yeah. Did you know Cindy and Doug's going to that?
Yeah, I saw where they commented in the
Yeah.
meetup thing on the group page that we have for that Helen, Georgia meetup.
Yep.
I saw where they made the comment that they were going to book a room today.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good.
So, oh gosh, I just lost what I was going to say about your room.
Susan Scene says that when I go out of my room, there's a door that goes to the Lido.
Which would be deck 10.
Oh, you're on deck 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're on the freaking Lido?
Holy cow.
Yes. I don't remember.
Man, you must have some friends in high places.
I just know that it's going to be my very first ever experience.
You're gonna have a blast, Dennis.
Yeah, and I've never seen the ocean in my 28 years of life.
Oh
So,
man.
and you've never been in a pool or anything, right?
No, I've never been in a pool or anything like that. No.
And that stuff doesn't interest you, Kenneth, or you just don't because you've never had the chance to?
Well, the issue is that it takes so long for me to undress and
Yeah.
things, and
Amanda has that problem. She hates going to the pool because it takes so long to get her bathing suit
yeah,
off the change.
and I just never, I just never have liked wearing bathing suits.
No, yeah, I hear you.
Well, then I got the one for you, buddy.
Get him a Speedo, Papa. Get Kenneth in a Speedo.
I believe I have one that will fit him. I can fix you up, Kenneth. I can fix you up with a quality bathing suit made in America.
I
think
he won't go in the water, Papa. We'll see. We'll see.
Kenneth, there are parts of the water, Kenneth, that are only like 6 inches. 6 inches.
And another thing too is when I was younger, I actually sunk down into the bottom of a lake, and that is another reason why I've been a big fear of getting into water.
Kenneth, in 1978, my first trip to America was to Boston, and I actually almost drowned in Maine. I went down a slide in a swimming pool, and somebody had to bring me up, and they were just at the point where they almost had to do resuscitation, they said. So I understand totally what you mean, that it's very scary. Yeah,
and I don't know how to swim, so so
I imagine with what you have, you wouldn't be able to swim too well, or could, do you think you could? Or
no, I'd have to have some assistance for sure.
Yeah.
There's a part of the pool, Kenneth, about probably 4 to 5 feet all the way around the pool, that is like only about this deep. I don't know if you can see how deep but it's maybe 6 or 7 inches deep, and it's that way all around for like.
Oh, so do you be able to at least sit in the water?
You could sit in what looks. If the people could just see from this up above, it looked like you were sitting in the center of the pool. But
I see.
You just be in a very, very shallow. It would be very difficult. You'd have to have your head face down in it and all. But that's made to help people, that can't swim. And even if you get in there and you feel like, it's over my head, all you'd have to do is just push up a little bit, and you'd still be okay.
What is your number one thing that you're most excited about, Kenneth? Like, what is seeing the ocean or getting on a ship, or like, what is the most ultimate thing that you want to experience?
Well, I definitely want to experience getting to see the ocean, the beautiful view and scenery of the ocean.
Yeah.
And I definitely also want to get to the also getting to meet everybody that I haven't met yet.
I'm right there with you, Kenny, on that one. Yep. I cannot wait to meet everyone. I'm going on this cruise. I don't know if you know this, Kenny. I'm going on my first cruise in 2 weeks.
Yes.
On Carnival Panorama. So Pero DJ, have you heard of them?
Yeah, I follow them. Yeah.
Yeah, Pero DJ, and then EECC Travels. They'll be on there as well. And then there's a couple other YouTube channels that I know of. They're going to be on there. So I'll get to finally meet some YouTubers that I've been wanting to meet. I was actually supposed to meet Papa on his last cruise, but I canceled that cruise. But the ocean, Kenneth, it will be priceless for me. I'm just speaking for my own personal thing. Seeing you see that, I love seeing that. Somebody seeing, like I said that on the cruise-a-thon. I don't know if you've seen that. But one of my things that I love seeing is somebody seeing something for the first time. It's priceless. That is so priceless, because I grew up. I was born in a town that had the ocean, so I've seen the ocean. I swam in the ocean. You know what I mean? Not tropical, but I've swam in the ocean, right? And then I've actually moved from that ocean out to this ocean, right? So I know the ocean. So seeing you see that ocean is like a priceless thing for me.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't ever remembering to swim because I've been doing it. They tossed me in when I was a year old. They tossed me in the river.
I was 8 years old when I was tossed in, just like you're saying, yeah.
But I do remember going to the Gulf of Mexico first, and this is when we were going to Disney World, the year that Disney World opened in Florida.
Wow.
And I will never forget seeing people standing, staring out at the ocean. Now, I was only 4 years old at that time, but I remember people standing there and gawking, just, looking out at the water with like they were seeing aliens or something for the first time. And it had such an impact on me that I couldn't believe this had such an impact on those people.
Mm.
And I've definitely come to realize it's one of God's greatest creations. And I hope that, other people can feel it for the way those people felt it, because I think everybody deserves, before they die, I think they should get to see an ocean.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be mine, but I mean, somewhere, somehow, they need to get to see an ocean on this planet. It is incredible.
Yeah. Sharon was saying something. Some resorts have wheelchairs that go in the water. Yeah, I see that a lot happening too.
Okay.
Yeah, Sharon.
Is that Kenny's room number, Rob?
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
there's your room number, Kenneth. 10206.
10206 is my room number.
Yep.
Oh,
I spoke to some people in very high places.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Me thinks Rob is trading favors. I'm just saying.
See, the higher up, the higher the status you have, Kenneth, just so you know.
Yeah.
Me, I'm on deck 7, so, you got a higher status level.
Another thing I look forward to doing is trying my very first escargot and octopus.
So you've never tried any of those?
I've never. I've had the baby snails, but I've not had the big ones.
So you're talking periwinkles, as they might be called. Where I'm from, they call them periwinkles. It's almost the same.
Watch your mouth.
These you have to
take a little needle to dig out the things, right?
Yeah, you got.
And they look like
you got to take them out of the shell. Yeah,
and you got to dig them out with a little needle, and they look like boogers, but they are yummy. They are very yummy.
Right as you said boogers, Rob snozzed.
I know. Yeah.
That's great.
Kenny, I've tried both escargots. I do like escargots as long as it's in garlic butter and it's got that cheese in the little bowl that they come. That's the only way. I don't really like them by themselves. No. And as an octopus, I found it too rubbery, too
chewy.
tough. Yeah. And that was at a place.
But
good luck. We're gonna have 2 tens. I know we're gonna have 2 tens.
Well, my dad's tried them both, and he's not a big fan of neither one.
Oh, you didn't? Oh.
To him, they're like you say. To him, they're like eating snot.
Yep. Well, if they look like them, they do.
The big ones, they're like eating snot.
Yeah. Well, any shellfish is kind of like, they're all kind of like the same. Not necessarily the same flavor, but they look the same. I do like mussels. Have you tried mussels?
I've not tried mussels, no.
Mussels are really good, especially if you get them in what they call mussels marinara. So it's made with marinara sauce, and it's got tarragon with it, which is like
I probably
like black licorice flavor. Huh?
What type of flavor did you
Black
say?
licorice. It's like a licorice flavor
Yeah.
to it. Like,
I'm not a big fan of black
but
licorice.
it's only a hint of it, along with this marinara sauce. Oh, it's
Right.
But then there's the curried ones, which are like out of this world, like a creamy, garlicky, milky, like with coconut milk and curry and and a garlic toast. Oh,
Where mussels are concerned, Papa knows. However, in this particular instance, Larry also knows.
Yep.
Well, I
Larry,
used to cook too, right? So
There you go.
Larry, what shift are you on?
You had me there when you said marinara sauce because I'm a big fan of marinara. I love marinara sauce.
now you don't need to put in tarragon. This is I'm just saying this is Mussels Marinara usually comes with tarragon and marinara sauce and I think white wine and some garlic, some green onions. I can't remember the recipe, but it's usually. But you don't have to have it with tarragon. So I definitely know you would like that if you're saying you like marinara.
Yeah, I do. I eat marinara sauce like crazy. So
Rob, they do not serve dog on Carnival. Oh, you sicko. My goodness. You can get deep fried, you see in restaurants a lot,
Calamari.
calamari.
I've had
Ananda just had that yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, day before yesterday.
You can get it deep fried. You cannot get mussels deep fried. You can get oysters deep fried, which I never met an oyster prepared anyway that I didn't like.
Deep fry anything.
Huh?
You can deep fry anything.
Well, you know what I mean. Some things just doesn't hold.
No, but you can still deep fry.
I like oysters Rockefeller. I like oysters Bienville. I like oysters deep fried. Doesn't matter.
I like baked oysters, like with cheese and stuff.
Sure.
I like them that way, but the raw ones, again, like Kenny was saying, and his dad, like, yeah, they're just like eating snot.
Well, I've had
raw oysters.
Did you?
I thought you were getting Kenneth. I thought you were getting ready to say, "I've had some snot. I love that."
Come on, we were all young once. I'm sure. Just like Najuma's got a little baby in there. She's had some snot before. Okay.
Hey, I know what that is. I read a story about this guy that was on an airplane, and they asked him to leave, and said because he kept sneezing. He said, "That wasn't me that was sneezing." He said, "That was that guy in front of me." He said every time he'd sneeze, he'd wipe a snail tail down his arm.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, yeah, that was a little bit ugly.
So, from what I understand, Kenneth, you're signed up for the chef's table.
I am.
I haven't decided if I'm gonna, because I actually was signed up for it, but I haven't decided if I did yet.
I'm with you, Larry. I don't know if I thought about signing up too, Kenneth, but I don't know if I'm going. I don't know. I thought the food would be.
It's not your typical food, Papa. So I'm okay. This isn't a thing. So what I'm worried about, there is some things that I don't like, and I don't want to get in there and say, "Ooh, I don't want to eat that." I don't want that, because I'm a human being. There's certain things that I don't like. Not a lot, but and then so there might be things that I might not like, and I don't want to get in there and pay $100 to say, you know what, I don't want that. The experience, and I love trying new foods. I'll always try something new. Something I want to try. You probably tried it, Conch. Did you try that?
I have, and Conch Salad.
And
I love it.
Do you? See, I would love to try that. Yeah.
It's one of those things. It's perfect for summer because it should be. I think it's a little bit better in a summer setting, and you can put in diced up tomatoes.
Yeah.
You can put in some of the summer veggies that's popular, even kiwi, along with the diced tomatoes, which you say, well, that doesn't sound.
Oh man, I'm hungry. I haven't even had lunch yet. I'm getting hungry.
It's good. Oh, that's right. It's early there, isn't it?
It's 1:11 p.m. here.
What is conch? What is that?
They live
You, know,
up
you
inside.
ever see somebody go like in a shell, like a seashell, a big seashell? It's pink. Did you ever see that?
Mate.
Like you'll see them in Hawaiian movies, and they're blowing into a big seashell, and it's making a like
Yeah.
Seashell,
well,
the
that's
seashell
popular. It's like a snail.
like it looks a little bit like a ice cream cone,
Oh, okay.
That too, yeah.
and but inside, tear
It
that
looks
thing out
very
of there.
yummy. Deep fried as well. I love deep fried stuff. Well, I just had fish and chips, these Pacific Red Snapper and that they made into fish and chips. I don't like anything fishy taste. I don't like it.
Some things I do, and some things I don't.
No, I love fish and chips, but not if it's got a really strong fishy flavor to it.
I love cod.
Oh yeah.
I love orange roughy, although you don't see that much anymore.
What?
Orange roughy.
Never heard of it.
Orange roughy?
Never heard of it. Ever.
That used to be a big deal around here for 40 years.
Wow.
I haven't seen it anywhere.
Is it a white fish or?
It's a white fish. It does not have a fishy odor at all.
See, I like white fish that doesn't have that fishy flavor to it. Yeah, I'll
You
try
probably like cod, don't you?
Oh yeah, I want to try catfish. No, no. Oh,
You'll get
Kenneth, I'm sure you must have tried catfish.
I have, but it's too bony.
yeah.
Oh, now you just turned. Now I don't want it. I hate bones. Oh,
You know, that's the problem I have with any fish. Now, you don't have that problem with oysters or mussels or things like that. You don't have any shellfish for the same reason I love shrimp. But man, that catfish, and you know, I'm at an all African American church. Well, our people come out to my dock back here,
yeah,
and they fish off the dock, and then catch all the catfish they can eat.
yeah.
And I invite any of them, they're welcome to come back and go into my backyard as long as they understand there are two very large dogs back there. But normally they'll call ahead of time. They're like, could you get Sparrow and Subi to come inside? I'm like, oh, yeah, up front? I'm like, yeah. And they go out there and fish. Somebody caught a northern pike out here a few months back.
Wow.
28 inches long. Which
So pike, did I have a pike? No, pickerel. We had pickerel, which is kind of along the lines of pike, I think, isn't it? They're big, long fish, right?
they're long fish, and they're like
A long snout?
you're not talking about a gar, are you?
No.
Like
No,
a-
back east where I'm from, we have pickerel, and they're long, and I thought they were like northern pikes and stuff.
The northern pike and the muskie are pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, but are they long though? Like a long fish?
Yeah,
With a long snout?
they commonly grow to 3 and 4 feet,
Yeah,
and
I
they're
think
not.
they're the same as the pike. I want to look it up now that you're saying that.
Yeah, northern pike or muskie, and they're pretty good to eat. But you know, I'm in with Kenneth on that. It's very hard.
Yep.
It's very hard for me to get past the fear of. When I was a kid, I got choked on a bone real bad.
Same here.
And my mother was terrified of me ever eating fish again. And so after a while, I became terrified of ever eating fish again.
My father, who passed away when I was 7, he used to be a net fisherman, and
Oh, there you go.
and so we used to eat what they called shad, gaspereau, mackerel, smelts, and all those things, and we just had fish too much. But it was the bones. It just you get that bone stuck in your throat, and like it just turned me off of fish. And then the canned salmon. I love salmon.
I
She
just
makes salmon sandwiches with the bones still in it, and it's just no.
I was just getting ready to say, now my mother, until the day she couldn't cook anymore,
Yes.
she still made salmon patties. The black people here call them salmon croquettes, but it was the same thing. You just put an egg in them and some filler, like either oatmeal or crackers or whatever,
I
and you
love them.
form them into some patties,
Love them.
put them in the pan, and 10 minutes later you're set to go. And the dinner
Love
is
them.
good. And it doesn't matter. You can eat those bones. And my mother even assured me you can eat these bones. And I was like, in my mind, I was thinking, Mother, are you sure? But I never had a problem. And I had them here a few weeks ago.
See, I used to work at a restaurant back east. Actually, it was my last job back east when I left in 2005. They made salmon burgers, which is the same thing. You're basically saying what you're saying. You throw in some egg with a filler, but it was basically like breadcrumb, but more minced up real salmon, not canned salmon, but real uncooked salmon, and then pan fry them on each side. Add some dill and some lemon juice and all that inside of what do you call
Hello,
it?
Tommy.
Oh, hi, Tommy. That's my friend,
Where?
Tommy Travels.
Oh, hi, Tommy.
Tommy is always welcome in any live stream that I do, unless it's a live stream saying I hate everybody, and then you're not allowed to come in. But Tommy, you won't hear Tommy talking that kind of smack. He's a good fella. I'm going to find out what cabin I'm in and let you guys know.
I got it.
I'm in 7444
Crap.
Najuma.
with Dewey. Where's Najuma?
Najuma ran away.
Najuma, where'd she go? Oh,
Has anyone ever eaten saltwater drum?
No, I don't know.
saltwater what?
Is it a fish?
Yeah, it's a fish. Saltwater drum.
I'm going to look it up. I want to see what it is. Saltwater drum.
DRUM, drum?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't
Never heard it, but I'm going to see what it looks like.
ring a bell.
It's a pretty big fish.
No, I have not, but it looks like a white fish, and I would definitely try a white fish. Anything white.
One got caught in the lake down here one time, and one of my girlfriends, her granddaddy, he caught one out there, and it weighed almost 40 pounds.
Wow, that sounds big.
Lord.
Wow.
That sounds like
Thing for
an ocean sunfish.
They ate on that thing for a month.
I bet.
Yeah, I bet they did. I'm looking at the fish right now. Holy wow.
Yep.
Oh, glad to see Tommy. We're always glad to see you. Now, Jim says my internet is acting up. Well, Tommy, just
So saltwater, but lake. A saltwater lake?
No, it was in Cherokee Lake.
It was in Cherokee.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You're in Tennessee.
It was
I
in
would
Tennessee.
I would definitely try that. I'm all game for trying any white fish. Actually, any fish I'll try.
I never heard of it. Boy, I tell you what, that stuff, it cooked up. Oh, it was delicious.
I tried red snapper when we got married in Mexico for the first time, and that just I went back for thirds. Like I could not believe how, and they grilled it. It was grilled with some spice. OMG, because I'm not really a big fish eater, but thirds. I don't normally do thirds. That's what I did. It was so good. But they just had it. They had this Pacific red snapper here, and it was way too fishy flavor, and I didn't like it.
I'll eat any type of fish.
Oh yeah? Oh wow.
I'll eat sardines. I'll eat mackerel. I'll eat salmon.
I used to work in a sardine factory. Have you heard of Brunswick sardines? Since you're saying that, Kenneth.
Yep.
The canned Brunswick sardines. Have you?
Sardines?
Yeah. So canned sardines that you get buy at the grocery store. Is that what you're talking about? That you've tried?
Yeah, I've tried. They have different flavored ones though.
Mustard, ketchup, oil.
I've tried all those flavored ones.
So I used to work at that factory that made them. I was what they called the scissor packer. The fish would come in a conveyor belt, and then the cans would be in another conveyor belt. You grab a can, snap it down. You can. grab a fish, cut the head off, cut the tail off, and put it within there without gutting it, by the way. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
And then they put it in the cans, and then you add those. Once the can's full, you put it on a tray, and then they send it to a sealer or a cover, and then they would steam them. And that's how they cook them with the stuff still in them. I don't do sardines. Sorry, Kenneth, but they are good. There's a lot of people that love those sardines, not me.
Yeah, I've had raw sea oysters. I've had calamari too.
Yeah. Amanda just had calamari. It's all right.
We have this one restaurant called the Riverfront Seafood Restaurant.
Yeah.
And or was it the Fisherman's Dog?
It was one you mentioned. Plus, we had an Italian restaurant that had it.
Ah, okay.
Oh,
anyway, there one time the first time I had calamari, they bought me a big old plate of it, and I devoured that thing in no time. That calamari was so good.
I don't like the tentacles that they sometimes put in with the regular ring part to it. I like the rings. I don't do the tentacle because it's so chewy. With the other, like the normal rings that they cut out of it, and they deep fry it. Because Ananda just had some 2 days ago, and it was a little. You would probably love them because it was really nice and spicy, and you dipped it into tartar sauce. Oh, it was good. But I don't do the little tentacles that they leave under. No.
I'm not a big fan of tartar sauce, believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, go out the East Coast. Go to the East Coast and get your tartar sauce. Because if you go up into like Maine and New Hampshire and that up there, they put the right amount of lemon in it. Hey, my daughter from scratch, she made some lemon pasta last night. Knock your head off.
I can't wait to come visit, Papa.
It was yummy. It was yummy. She got to be in the right mood, though. And that's the one that just fell out at the gym. Man.
Was it Mary? Did you say Mary?
No. Is Olivia. She's the cook.
Olivia, okay.
Yeah, Mary doesn't really care to cook, but Olivia does.
I'm looking forward to coming for a great meal, all right?
We would love to have you.
I plan on coming down. I will get to visit you. By the way, everyone, just a reminder, Papa Mozo's birthday is coming up in 5 days.
Oh, dear.
Just wanted to remind it, everyone. I remember your birthday, Papa.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be, I think this is the one where we stay the same age. And then next year is when we start going backwards a year.
Didn't you say Freedom? Aren't you turning Freedom? Freedom 55, Papa. Come on. It's an American thing.
No.
Oh, 52.
Yeah.
Now you got Larry.
You're turning the same age as me, Papa.
I had a guy tell me the other day, we got on the plane and I felt like total crap because I got out of the hospital only to go and get on the plane and,
I couldn't imagine how that felt. Ugh.
It was not fun, but he was just trying to be nice and all. And I really wanted to throat jab him. I just wanted to take like a rolling pin to his throat. And, hi, big boy. Come on. Come here. Lay down. Lay down, big boy. No, this is trash. Lay down. You want to say hi to everybody? Oh, you know what? This big one is always scavenging for food.
Must be the black one.
Yeah, his name is Sparrow.
Sparrow, yeah.
Oh, I meant to send this to Dewey. I'll send this to you, Plump. There's a special place. Oh man, wish my mind still worked. St. Kitts is small enough to see in a day and big enough to explore.
Oh, we were supposed to go to St. Kitts, St. Martin, San Juan, and Grand Turk. That was our itinerary.
I'll share. I still have notes, thank God. Some handwritten notes that I had made. Apparently, my sister took me on a cruise.
Yes, yes, yes. She did.
And I bought the pictures, I guess.
You showed me the picture. Yeah.
Yeah, very beautiful pictures. And Mommy and I, did I show you Mommy and I's pictures yesterday or day before?
Recent ones, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. They were made on my phone. That's how good the phone is. I was like, I'm not paying $250 for pictures. You can. And
I have a DSLR camera just like they got, and that's what I'm bringing on the cruise. And I'll just take everybody's photos and send them to you. It's like
well, I would
spending. If you want to go for the carnival pictures, you go ahead. But I just got to get a flash. I don't have the flash, but that's next to nothing cheap.
Well, I will tell you that where they take a lot of the cruise pictures, they do inside, as you go into dining.
Yeah, pixels.
But they also take a lot of them outside as you're disembarking, going into the different islands.
Yeah.
It'll be a big, like a painted life buoy on there, and you stand behind it.
I think what I'll do for me, since it's my first cruise, right? I think I'll get that one. And that's why it was so important about getting like some formal wear. I want to look nice for a first cruise photo. You know what I mean? Like going on a group cruise, I'm not too worried about it. Like, how I dress, because I know a lot of people's not going to be dressed in like suit and ties. You might, but not everybody's going to be in suit and ties.
Don't pay attention. Please don't pay attention to me because
I saw how you look dressed up, Papa. I seen your video at church.
Mommy said, "Well, I wear a bow tie.
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
when I'm dressing up, but I came up in the theater world. So, in the theater world, when you're going out to dinner, you're going out in style, so to speak, putting on the Ritz. Nobody does that on Carnival. Now, I have been told that
on Cunard, all those, yeah,
Holland America, even Princess, the different ones like that, and some of them, if they have specialty nights, I've been told that I'm not going to need much clothes at all on a specific night on the cruise I'm going on in the fall.
Oh, you're going on Carnival Freedom. Carnival Pride.
Well, that's what I've been told.
Carnival Pride just had a nude cruise.
Is that the one? Oh, God. My wife she's mad at whoever said those words to me. She's like,
yeah, Carnival Pride's having a nude cruise. I don't know if it's gone already or it's going to happen.
Balls off to everybody, aren't you? I'm like, no, but yes.
Sorry, not my cup of tea. That's not my thing.
No, I think there's a much greater thing.
Well, if I don't do Speedos, I certainly wouldn't do friggin' nude.
I will tell you this: if you can do it and get it through up here, it's very liberating.
I didn't say I never went skinny before. I skinny dipped before. I have no problem saying that.
That being said, before I know, right? When I was a kid, it was a rite of passage. If you were over 4 years old, we considered it cool if we could go skinny dip.
Oh, I'm not talking about those skinny dipping days. I'm talking about older skinny dipping days.
Oh.
Come on, I was young once. I had friends and female friends and stuff. Weekend RV saying hello, Papa.
Weekend RVing. Oh, God help me. Who is that? I know them.
Yes, you do.
I can't remember names.
That's Millie and James.
Kenneth, I got to keep you around, buddy.
He's the man.
You are Johnny on the spot.
Yep.
Kenneth and James.
Well, Kenneth, you
I still got.
You technically come from the RVing community, right, Kenneth? Where you started out?
I actually, yes, I got introduced in the RVing community first. Yes.
I didn't This is James watching from work. Okay, James and who, Kenneth?
James and Millie.
Millie. I got a niece named Millie. I'll try to remember that.
I forget everybody's names, but channels, I'm pretty good. There is some that I forget.
You know, I've been trying to go back and watch all of my mini interviews where I did like hour-long interviews and interactive things on Friday nights. And I'm amazed at what I remembered back then. And I thought, oh, why can't I retrieve any of that stuff now? And it is what it is. You know, it's.
Well, there's also age has a play in there too, Papa, because I'm having the same thing and I never hit my head, right? And I have a hard time pulling up memories and stuff.
It's true. It's true. Nobody, I don't think, no one really wants to say, well, you know, I'm of that age. But the truth
I'm 51. I'll be 52 in August. I am totally who I am, but I also understand that some people don't want to do that, which is okay. But me, I am okay saying my age. I'm where I'm at. This is all part of my adventure of my life. Like all my life, I never wore glasses. Now because I'm in my 50s, I got to wear these things, right? I'm sure, Kenneth, you've used those for many years. Your glasses.
Yeah, I've used glasses. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just started wearing them, 2 or 3 years ago, right? So
my wife has had them all the time. Good Lord.
Yeah, and then me and Papa Mozo, we're starting to take our age-related medications.
Yeah, they had to change one of them while I was in that hospital in Florida.
Yeah. Oh, same here, Papa.
Oh gosh, you were in a hospital in Florida?
No, changing meds. I've never been to Florida. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Kenneth.
Yes.
That will be a first for me because I've never been to Florida before. So I'll be experiencing a first with you.
Yeah, and this will be my first time in Florida as well because I've never been.
Yeah. But it's not your first flight.
No, it'll be my second time flying actually.
Yes. And so, are you like a plane fan now, or?
Well, I'm going to definitely do something different. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try to set it up to where I go through the TSA pre-checked and not through the regular TSA.
Which I don't get to do, but I see everybody else going through that.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't get to do this last time I flew because I guess I've still got to try to get it set up somehow. So
I will tell you, Kenneth, that with the scooter, I never, ever, ever could have made this cruise if I hadn't had the scooter. And as much as it cost, I was very, very glad to have enough of a cushion from that money that was donated to me to that Papathon back in, I think it was last year. Fall, I guess. Heather, I don't know if she's still on here, but she organized that whole thing. Mm-hmm. Joy, you are welcome. Joy Blessed Life. Absolutely.
Kenny even stayed at Joy Blessed house.
I stayed in their RV actually. Yeah.
Okay.
And I've actually done a couple of trips with them in the Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg area.
I love Pigeon Forge. I love Pigeon Forge.
For the very first time ever in my life, I've done some things with them as well.
Like what?
Her and storyteller Donnie Willard. Yeah, I got to ride the gondolier for the very first time.
Oh wow!
Ah,
and I got to visit the Ober
Gatlinburg.
Ober Gatlinburg.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw somebody else that did that before. Yeah.
Ober Gatlinburg Zoo for the very first time. Never been there before. I've gotten to go to Anakeesta and some different different things. I've got to do several different things.
And we had you at our rental Gatlinburg cabin, Kenny, for our meetup.
Yeah, I've had a lot. Lots of first time adventures here.
You're gonna have to put like a adventurer into your title somehow.
In my title.
Yeah, like Ford Man, aka Ken Oak, the adventurer.
I wish you could hear my wife singing. It's incredible.
Oh, you guys, what? I heard Mommy sing. She's got an amazing voice.
Man, it's like a bird.
Yeah. I'm jealous. I can sing.
I can hear her downstairs.
Yeah.
I got to go to, oh, yeah. You know that picture that you shared on your live stream?
Yeah.
That was the picture where I was sitting in their RV.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
right.
Kenneth, I have a question for you, Kenneth.
What's that?
Do you have an escort going on the cruise with you, or are you going to be in your cabin alone? And I have a reason for asking. It's a good reason. It's not a bad reason.
I'm actually going to be.
You don't have to tell me who it is. I just want to make sure that.
I'm not sure. I know I'm going to have Troy S. flying with me on the plane this time.
Okay. The reason I'm asking is because there are all kinds of things. This was the first time that I had ever used my scooter in a social setting. A social setting which had a whole lot of in-depth details. And there's a lot of things that I never would have thought to ask that Mommy and I, she's very sharp. I'm very not. I'm very nice. She may or may not be given the day, but she is very sharp any day. And there might be some things that she or we could help you with. This, that, or the other, whatever it is. Take this particular pull into the elevator instead of back into, things, just little things like that. Because, most of the time when you're coming into a building, they want you to back in or whatever. But elevators on cruise ships it's better to pull straight in the middle of the whole thing and then back straight out. And we found that people, by and large, were very, very catering and complimentary.
I think they should have like a handicap elevator for just handicapped people.
I do wish they did. They don't, but I wish they did. That would be a wonderful suggestion.
Yeah.
Because there are some people, especially at embarkation and disembarkation, that they have nothing on their mind except
boom, straightforward. Nah, yep.
But I will tell you this: there was somebody on our flight coming back to Milwaukee that felt like they should be one of the first ones on our Southwest jet. And so
No.
they got in line in front of Mommy and I. Mommy and I were there an hour and a half early, just to avoid this mess. And they were fine. These people were fine. They had the functionality of their limbs and the whole. And I didn't have to say anything. The lady up front, God bless her, the Southwest clerk, she was very friendly. She didn't make a scene about it. But the lady was getting ready to make a scene. And I'm talking about a TV show, Southwest Airlines scene.
I watched it.
Yep.
And I thought, oh boy, here we go. This is going to end up on one of those TV shows. That lady, she said, I'm not going to treat you like the people on the show do. She said, but please don't treat me like the people on the show treat the Southwest employees. She said, I only ask for the people that cannot, seat themselves. And she said, well, I have a baby. She said, there's 16 people right behind you that have babies. And she was right. She wasn't trying to be a smartass. She was totally serious. She said, there's 16 people behind you, and there were a lot of children on that flight. And so, it's just one of those things. I agree that would be a great suggestion to on their future ships, and they've got plans to start building some more.
We were just talking about a future ship, me and Rob.
Yep.
The
Well,
Jubilee, Carnival Jubilee's coming.
oh, really?
hmm
When is that due?
That is due in 2023.
Correct. Fall.
Dewey's supposed to be back by 2035, right?
Maybe 50.
Almost.
Like he's got to take the Royal Paleozoic age.
Papa's still trying to make that world cruise with Dewey.
I thought since I had her there, and with Dewey across from me, and me next to her, and leaning over on her and say, "Oh, honey, I love you so much," I thought we had a shot. Not even.
No, they won't budge, Papa. I have a wife also.
Not even a prayer.
No.
She didn't even give me.
In one ear and out the other. Gone.
There was no faith involved. It's like, I don't need faith. You ain't going anywhere.
You hear that, dear?
Yeah.
Papa's talking about you.
I am going to send you and Dewey this on
Hey, Amanda.
There's
Amanda.
And with an end, Rob.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I sent you a message, Rob.
Watch it now.
She can hear you, Rob. You got to say her name properly.
Hey, Amanda.
You keep saying Amanda.
Amanda.
There we go.
Larry, he wants to go on that royal cruise. Come on, give
You hear that,
in.
Rob? Rob's talking to you.
Come on.
These pictures.
Oh, you were sleeping. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
One sec, guys, and then it needs to talk to me privately. 1 sec.
That's what they all say. She's going to talk to him privately. Can he?
Yeah, and then this past January, I took my very first flight to Quartzsite, Arizona.
Oh yeah, I hear all the RV people talking about that.
Oh, it's a beautiful, it's a beautiful experience. I definitely love the type of heat and the environment that it has out there.
Ooh,
It's a dry heat, so there's no humidity out there.
it is a dry heat, yes.
It's funny that you say that, Kenneth, because we got married in Mexico, which is a humid heat, which we were okay. It was like 100 and something during our wedding. And then I went to visit my daughter in May 2018. She graduated, and that was a dry heat, and that was in 100, like you're saying. I thought I wouldn't like it, but it was actually bearable. You were able to bear that heat because it wasn't as humid and there was nothing. Yeah, it was a little dry in the mouth and you just had to take extra water. But hey, yeah, I was able to deal with the heat, like you said.
Yeah, well, compared to Tennessee here,
How is it there? Is it humid or?
it gets real humid here when it gets hot. Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine you guys get really hot there.
No, well, I remember one time it got up to 100 degrees here.
Yeah.
And boy, it felt like I was like roasting in a. It felt like I was roasting in an oven.
Yeah, where my kids live in New Mexico, twice that I've been there, it was up over 100. And yes, it's you don't go outside. You hide inside with the curtains closed, AC cranked. You don't go out in that kind of heat. Whoa.
And also the cold here, when it gets cold, ooh, it gets.
Now, how was your nights during the summer, Kenneth? Like you're talking about cold. Does it get cold at nights during the summer?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't get that. It doesn't get that cold during the night during summer. But in the wintertime,
Yeah, I bet.
It's a totally different story.
Yeah, you get the wind chills there, I bet.
It's it gets down into like the teens, the single digits, and sometimes the wind chills in the negative digits.
Yeah, I bet. Wow. The coldest I ever felt here in Canada was minus 48 without the wind chill. With the wind chill, it was over minus 60, and that's Celsius, which is, I think, negative 78 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the coldest I felt here up in Canada.
Which you were not in your shorts and t-shirts.
No, definitely not. Was never in my shorts and t-shirts.
Coming your way, Larry.
I just received something. My hand's vibrating.
Hey, buddy. I'll pray with you about your discovery.
Yeah, Bootsy right here with me.
Let's see. Do I have Rob coughs?
The cough guy? That cough guy? Is that who you're talking about?
No.
Oh.
Let me see. We'll go back to that. That if you ever get to St. Kitts, check that place out.
That would be cool.
It is cool. And up there to the left, I don't know if you can see that mountain behind it. But that's a foothill followed by a mountain. And that is a sugar mountain.
Oh, wow.
And it is fascinating. And also, you do have to wear a swimsuit, but there is an in-ground pool up there to the left of that.
It shows here. Yeah, I can see it here. Yeah, wow. Yeah, we were supposed to go to St. Kitts, Papa.
Well, I will tell you that particular. There's some of the rooms are painted entirely one color. They'll cook them for you.
That would be so dreamy to like, spend like a few months in those kinds of places, just hang out and live with no windows like we here live in North America with the windows and the heat and everything. Just to go down there and have the breeze take care of everything.
Coming your way, Rob.
Okay.
That is a place that has, it's nice enough to qualify for a daytime excursion without being exhausting enough to wish you hadn't taken it. Now, I don't think a scooter would make this.
No.
I have pictures of me at this thing. I didn't know there was a pool on the premises, and my sister said she never told me because she was worried about me wearing a Speedo in front of all the old people that were on the premise. She takes old people all over, or she did. She's passed.
If I may say, I'm close to a scooter, but not. But Ananda wants me to start walking, and I'm going to start tomorrow. Sorry, guys, just grabbing my lunch. I'm going to start.
If at all possible, take Ananda up on the offer because it's definitely. I'm thankful for the scooter. I'm very thankful.
Yeah.
But I wish I didn't need it.
If I don't do this walking, I'm going to have a hard time on this cruise coming up in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Now we went away for 3 days there, and I did a little bit more walking than normal, but it hurts and stuff. But all it's going to take is to me to get back out and be consistent. And all I need to do, the airport here in Powell River is only like a 10-minute walk away, and I just need to walk over there and back like I was doing before.
A 10-minute walk? 10-minute walk?
Yeah, I live a 10-minute walk from my airport.
Holy cow!
I'm a nav geek, and when we were looking for a mobile, that's what I wanted. I wanted to live close to an airport.
Also, in your travel agent work, Rob, are you the travel agent guy too?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, both of you. This is a 2-part St. Kitts and Nevis. They're it's like a dual government, but they'll tell you they're not, but yet they are, but they're not. They use the same flag, but they don't. It looked like 2 islands to me. I could have got a ship through there easy. And they're basically above, they're like past St. Martin, but north of Dominica.
Part?
A little bit past that. bit past St. Bart's and St. Croix, a little past St.
St.
Croix.
Croix, yeah.
There, St. Kitts is where it's starting down.
Starting to go down. Where
Yeah.
I really want to go to is I met somebody here in Canada who lives in St. Vincent's and the Grenadines.
Oh,
I have a place to stay if I ever go there, as long as I want anything. I just got to get there. He actually works on MSC. He's he's the person that receives all the. He's a receiver, but he brings everything to all the departments, whatever that's called.
Mommy, if I give you $100, will you bring me another cup of ice?
Oh, look what I got, Papa, for free.
Is that pizza or?
That is pizza, Kenneth. I love Pizza Hut pizza.
Oh,
And so does my cat, who's like really going over and roly-polying and everything, waiting for Dad to give him a piece.
Larry,
you got what?
wait, what do you have? Pizza 73 out there?
No,
Okay.
no, this is Pizza Hut.
Yeah, I know that's Pizza Hut, but do you guys have Pizza 73?
No, there is no Pizza 73. I know what you're talking about. No, they don't have that out here.
Okay, and then of course no pizza.
No pizza. Whoa, wait. No. I think I've seen one pizza out in Vancouver somewhere. I think. I could be wrong, but
So you have Pizza Hut there?
oh yes, that's what me and Ananda eats is Pizza Hut.
Well, see here in ours, at least in our state anyway, as far as I know, I think all the Pizza Hut places here are closed.
Oh wow.
Well, there's probably not a dozen of them around here. They're
Oh wow.
they
You-
don't.
Okay, to bring into what you guys are saying, yes, they're starting to close up here too. There's a lot of reviews going on saying that they have gone down from when they used to be popular, and which I see is happening. But it's still, I love pepperoni on top of my pizza, and it is. There's not too many places that makes pizza with pepperoni on top of the pizza here. It's all underneath the cheese, which is fine, but I prefer it on top.
Okay.
Like Pizza Hut.
Does anybody that you know of?
So since we're talking about pizza, Larry, I gotta ask you this one question: does pineapple belong on pizza?
Why'd you do that?
All depends on your preference. I know what you're talking about, and everybody has that debate. It all depends on your preference. I love pineapple on my pizza. So does Amanda.
I love it, but it is against inner pizza law, I think.
Of course, because you're in a pizza loving town, and yes, I'm pretty sure the majority of your town would argue that pineapple does not belong on a pizza.
Well, and the thing is, you're supposed to be. We used to call it Hawaiian pizza in my hometown back in
Yes,
Indiana.
ham and pineapple.
Ham and barbecue, sweet barbecue, and pineapple, and it was a Hawaiian pizza.
Yes.
But I tell you what, I love on pizza that we can't seem to get except one place around here called The Pizza Place.
Yes, you told me about that.
And that is hamburger, not beef sausage, hamburger, ground beef. And if mommy makes it homemade, oi, 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 it's.
I have something else that you
I was telling
must
you,
try on a pizza one day, Papa. And if I come visit, I will make it for you from scratch.
Oh, looky here, mommy.
Have you ever eaten a gyro?
No.
A gyro, as most people would say, but it's actually pronounced
Euro. Euro.
Euro, yeah, euro.
Yes. Okay, so the meat, let's just think of the meat only. Get rid of everything else, but the meat, okay, the spicy meat
Mm-hmm.
on top of a pizza with a sauce that's made out of with sweetened condensed milk, garlic powder, and vinegar, okay? It looks disgusting. It looks like something from a porn magazine. I'll say it that way. It looks gross. Seriously, okay? Look up Donair. It's called Donair pizza.
What is he talking about?
I thought I'd be dramatic with the explanation, Papa. Sorry.
That's me wondering what kind of porn we're into here.
Okay, Rob knows what I'm talking about because they
I
sell
know.
donair pizzas in Ontario.
Now,
I know
what is it called? It's gyros?
No, okay, no. So I was just trying to get you to understand what the meat is like. It's called donair. On the east coast of Canada, they have what they call donairs, Donair. Okay, and so what it is a sliced meat that is spiced with ground beef and pork.
Are you talking about like lamb shawarma or something?
Like that kind of a meat, but take out the lamb and put just beef only. Okay, it's made out of ground beef.
Okay.
And spices. I actually have the spice in my cupboard out here that I can bring with me, and I make you a nice donair meat. And then you make the sauce with sweetened condensed milk, 1 small can of sweetened condensed milk, with a quarter cup of quarter cup of vinegar with garlic powder. That is the sauce. Okay, it's sweet with spicy. So think, give me a minute. What's it called when you sweeten? Savory.
So
I think
like
savory. Oh, it is. So it's the sweet sauce on the bottom, then the donair meat, cheese with diced tomatoes and diced onions.
Are you saying zonair with a zebra? Zonair?
No, donair. Donair.
Donair.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Donair. Donair there.
Registration.
Although you are pretty. No, you're more central. You wouldn't have donairs there, I don't think.
That little girl in Alabama thought I was from Canada because I told her I was from Chicago. Oh, you're from Canada? No, you dumb bimbo.
I got to take a piece of my pizza here. I'm hungry.
Oh, pizza is what we're calling it now. Gotcha.
But do y'all have Domino's or Pizza Plus?
We Domino's here, Mom?
Oh, yeah.
We have a Domino's here. We just got a Domino's, actually.
We got Domino's here in Round Lake Beach. I live in a small village, but I mean it's in a huge area. But
how can you call where you live a village?
it is called a village.
It is
VRLB, Village of Round Lake Beach.
interesting, but it's all attached to Chicago, isn't it? Like there's
Chicago,
nothing in.
It is all attached, but nobody knows where.
That's what I mean. Like in Toronto, where Rob lives, there's like it goes Oshawa, Whitby, Ajax, Pickering, Scarborough, Toronto, and they're all different towns.
Yeah,
but they're all in one.
Well, they're just giant suburbs, is what they are.
Giant suburbs. Yeah, but
Chicago has 258 suburbs, though.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
We're talking about 258. Nobody knows, where Gurnee is.
Yeah.
And
what was let me see?
Gurnee?
Let me see. What was one of your neighborhoods the bad one that you shouldn't go to? Henry or something or?
Who, me?
In Chicago, there's a neighborhood that you shouldn't go visit. A dangerous one.
Oh, you're gonna have to narrow that down.
No, down in the south. I think it's southeast or southwest.
Southeast or southwest.
St. Henry or something. I think there was a neighborhood that I
McHenry.
watched a YouTube video on it.
Henry's not bad. That's north. So
No, McHenry's. Well, yeah, compared to Chicago, McHenry
really
is northwest.
Is that it? Oh, okay, yeah.
It is one of the suburbs, honey. Hey, big boy. I got my first birthday card. Oh, that was sweet of him.
Get down.
Not you, big boy.
Down.
Yeah, you got to really search the area. Oh, you know what? This is not one of those credit cards. This is one of those phony cards.
Yeah.
Papa, I really think I would enjoy going to Chicago more so in the summertime.
I know so. But I will tell you, bring some tank tops or something because it does get surprisingly warm here.
Well, I'm going on two cruises that are much hotter than what you're talking about. So
yeah, you are indeed, brother. Let me get my do.
And Kenneth, you're already used to heat because you get different heat than we get up here. Like our average summers here in the summertime, Kenneth, are like between 70s and 80s. That's our average. Sometimes down in the 60s during our summers. So, but I'm sure you guys are up in the 90s all summer long, right?
Yeah, we get anywhere. We get 85, 90-degree
Yeah.
weather, almost near 100 again.
Yeah.
Remember
But all
one time-
summer long, though, right?
Huh?
All summer long. It's not, 90, 100, and then down to 70. It's not that drastic because you have a steady of heat all summer.
Yeah.
And also, there's a heck of a lot of humidity in Kenneth's part of the country.
Yeah.
We don't have the humidity like they do in the South.
Yeah. Now, last year in British Columbia, where I live, there was over either 400 or 600 people passed away from the heat wave that we had last
you
year.
know what? We moved up here in 96, but in 95, they had a heat wave, and the city here is so corrupt that they hadn't maintained the public housing. And how many people was it?
Oh, I don't know how many.
It was like a couple thousand.
Just so you know, Papa, the public housing and the corruption and all that is well known, even up here in Canada.
Yeah. It's well known everywhere.
They have taken it over the last 200 years to an art form.
So sad.
Anybody can tell you the greatest gangster that ever lived was Alphonse Capone. And
Of course, yeah.
He cut his bones in New York, making his way right here. And man, it shows up in every union there is. And I'm not against the benefits that the unions provide their workers, because my father is a strong union man, but
I was in a union before, Papa, and I'm not impressed with them at all.
there you go. You know exactly what I'm talking about. What is that?
They're really, in my opinion, they're really only looking after the bottom line for themselves. They'll step up to the plate, but not strong as they make it look like they're doing.
Oh, you got to let me try that on. You have got. Well, I've got this crowd on
Is
here.
Mommy teasing you, Papa?
I'm going to tease you four gentlemen. Mommy, you got to let me try that on. You got to let me try that on when we're on the cruise.
Is she putting on a tutu, Papa?
No. Let's say fun will be had.
Do y'all have Little Caesars pizza there?
Yes, we do, yeah.
Y'all have Little Caesars pizza there in Canada?
Yeah. The thing about Little Caesars,
Pizza.
which my daughter that lives in New Mexico, they have Little Caesars there.
Yeah.
The thing that would happen here is they used to have that, I don't know if they still do, but that $5 pizza deal.
Yeah.
Well, what happens is, because I work in restaurants, what happens is they'll put a little bit of cheese on it to save. So they're not going to give you the proper amount of cheese on a $5 pizza, because cheese is one of the most expensive things, right? And so when I went and got these $5 pizza, it was just so boring. It was like eating cardboard. So that turned me off of Little Caesars pizza, right?
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's a good pizza.
See, I'm not a big fan of it because of.
Shut up.
Be careful.
You hiding behind the screen?
Hold on.
Come on, I want to see too. Sorry, Kenny.
I'll deal with you soon enough. Here, get it fixed.
I get it fixed.
Yeah. I don't know how to do that.
Well, I don't either.
We're gonna get a
There
surprise.
you go. Don't
If I had the wrong chat.
Yeah, really, yeah. Come on, it's supposed to be
Doesn't
family
it
friendly
have
here.
I'm gonna wear this on the cruise.
Oh, nice.
More for you.
Hey, I'm getting jealous, Papa.
Oh,
You got hair and I don't.
This little piece of hair cost me $70.
Don't say that to me.
Yeah, it did.
Oh my God. My first car didn't cost $70.
It only cost more than 70. Goofball.
Yeah, that's not what I was going to say.
Hmm.
That's pricey. Anyway, that's what I look like with hair.
I wanted to say, it popped into my head kind of because I was just looking at you. I wanted to say this. Now I can talk to you like face to face, kind of. I really, really, really highly recommend you finding a shop that will allow you to be a service advisor. It's not a hard job, Kenneth. Like, you already have the mechanical knowledge, right?
Mhm.
And all you're doing is, hey, booking appointments for somebody coming into a shop. So there should be no reason why any of those shops couldn't hire you. No reason.
What kind of a shop are you talking about, Plump?
Okay, so we have Canadian Tire. Have you heard of Canadian Tire?
No.
Okay, so
It's like-
Canadian Tire is like a store with auto parts. They also sell other things, but it's mainly auto parts, tires, and stuff like that. But they also have a garage. They have, like, that's where we get our work done for our car. And think of it like it's like a national chain of garages, right? And they have service advisors. So I did that for a while. And all you're doing is hey, Kenneth, my engine's making this noise, and you're not doing any of the work. All you're doing is saying, okay, well, I recommend you get this kind of test done or that kind of test done, and then you pass that work order. Well, they have to sign it off first. Then you pass that on to a mechanic. The mechanic does all the work.
Mhm.
So, but what also they do is they also bring in a lot of students from our local schools, mechanic schools like you did, and then they'll put them on tires, doing tires, right? Or oil changes, which is the simple things. But then eventually you work your way up into doing the mechanics work, right? Like you want, right?
Yeah.
So there should be no reason why you're totally capable of doing that job. Totally, in my opinion.
Well, I agree with you, Larry. The ADA, Americans with Disabilities Act,
Yeah.
Mandates that certain amount of employees, a certain percentage, must be able, safety-wise,
Available to disabled. Okay, yeah.
and never to put somebody at risk just to qualify a number, but something like what you're talking about. To do, like, bring some entry level people in.
If Kenneth is able to go on here and do like the Superman that he does on YouTube, he can definitely do the job because you already took the course, Kenneth. You already have the mechanics knowledge. So that's nothing. So all you're doing is inputting the information like, okay, he's the client's or customer says he has a knock in his engine. And then, well, it's up to the mechanic to take it in and figure out what the knock is, right?
Huma's on here.
And that's an entry-level job that pays actually pretty good, should. Right? Oh, there's the Juma.
Back again. Rob said he'll be right back. He had to go get a little chow. At our rental cabin, Kenny, for our meetup. Oh, all right. It's been a few years since I've been to that area, Kenneth, but I do like that area. I've been to Kingsport many times over the years. Not recently. It's probably been maybe almost 20 years since I've been to Kingsport. We traveled there years ago. There used to be a smorgasbord we ate at. I forget the name of it.
I am so jealous of you Americans with all the varieties of foods that you didn't have access to. Oh, I would love that.
I can't remember.
Kenneth, we like the mom and pop restaurants where you get meat and potatoes.
We have a Pop's restaurant, and we also got a Mama's House restaurant.
Hey,
I miss that type of food. Some mashed potatoes and gravy, and like a burger or something like.
Really?
We don't have any of that. It's all like chain. Healthy.
Kenneth.
I take that back. I just found out that they closed Mama's House restaurant.
They did. There was one of them years ago that was open there, and it was I think it was in part of a hotel there. And I wanted to say maybe it was a Holiday Inn or something like that. But it was a smorgasbord. It was all you can eat.
Yeah.
But you're not too far from Nashville, though, right? As well, Kenny?
Ooh.
I'm about 4 and a half hours.
Oh, I thought you were closer. Oh, okay.
Nah,
There's three. There's really three major ones. You got Memphis is right on the Arkansas line,
Yeah.
and you got Nashville that is due south of Indianapolis, between Indianapolis and Mobile.
Yeah.
And then you've got Knoxville to the north and Kingsport to the south. Over on the far, Tennessee is a very wide state.
Yeah, it is.
But Knoxville is down toward the area he's talking about, which is Obergatlinburg and that area.
So you must live out in the middle of nowhere, Kenneth, right?
actually, I'm exactly. I'm 4 hours and 32 minutes away from Nashville.
Yep. That's exactly what I would have guessed.
So I'm 277. I'm 277 miles away from Nashville.
What's the biggest? Sorry.
Kingsport's a pretty good.
What is the big? So Kingsport is the biggest town he's close to?
No. It's a pretty good sized town, I said. But are you talking about the biggest one in Tennessee?
No. I'm just wondering what's the biggest town that Kenneth is close to.
What's the biggest town I'm close to?
Yeah.
Probably Kingsport.
That'd probably be Knoxville, Tennessee.
Knoxville. Okay.
What is Knoxville, like 185,000 maybe?
I'm about an hour and a half to maybe 2 hours.
But tell you what, Kenneth, I want to look up on the map where you live, if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind.
Where do you live again?
Kingsport, Tennessee.
Kingsport, Tennessee. Let's bring this up. Kingsport.
One word.
PN.
It used to be Kingsport. They used to separate it, and then
yeah, it's all one word. Kingsport. Yeah, okay.
And then they
so you're right at the border. Wow, you're right on the border.
He's out there.
Yeah,
he's out in the middle of nowhere. Holy smokes, Kenneth.
Kenneth is as far northeast as Memphis is southwest.
I'm about 3 miles from Virginia.
Yeah, that's what I see. Yeah.
Hey, Kenneth, I used to live in Ewing, Virginia, which is right out in that little needle tip that goes in between Tennessee and Virginia.
What's that again, Papa?
It was Harrogate, Tennessee, and it was where Middlesboro, Kentucky, before they had a tunnel, you had to go over the big mountain in Middlesboro, Kentucky, where Lee Majors was from, the Bionic Man. That was a little before your time, probably. But I lived on a tobacco plantation with a family of Native Americans, and they were the best. They were the best. Taught me how to throw a knife. Taught me how to cut a cigar with one hand, throw it and cut it.
All right, Kenneth.
Yes.
You are 7-hour flight away from me, or 4,600 kilometers, or 2,858 miles away from me.
Oh my God! How far?
46-hour drive.
How? Oh heck no! How far? How far is it exactly from Kingsport to Memphis, Tennessee?
Kingsport to Memphis, Tennessee.
I've driven it before. I've driven from Memphis to Washington, D.C. before, and it's nice.
Oh, speaking of Memphis, Papa,
Uh-huh.
as I was just talking about food,
Oh,
I think I told you before,
don't you get me snuck into Memphis in May.
it is 488 miles away, 7-hour drive.
Yeah, 5 hours.
Okay, so I love brisket. And I've only experienced one restaurant here in Canada that had brisket, and it was called Memphis Blues Smokehouse or something. I can't remember what it was. But it, like, ever since, and then they had the baked beans with it. OMG. But the brisket sandwich, and then I guess you have the bigger ones, like it came with sausage and all those other platters. Like, I'm serious. Our food options is really limited when it comes to that kind of barbecue, mom and pop kind of restaurants with the meat and potato kind of food. Oh, I can't wait to go down there and visit you guys. You got food. You guys have food.
Ooh-wee.
They starve us up here in Canada just with all this freaking healthy food.
I will tell you, there is a batch of super high octane barbecue places in Memphis. Oh my goodness.
If it's anything like what I tried at this Memphis Blues place, oh. Have you guys heard of these?
What is that?
I tried one of those from
Coffee Crisp?
the first time I tried one of those, they were sent to me by my other Canadian friends, Hope Bus. If you know Hope Bus.
I don't know that name. No, sorry, Kenneth. Do you know?
That doesn't sound familiar.
They are they're into the travel community as well, and they're into the RV community. That you pretty much see them in different chats as well.
I've certainly I follow over 500 channels, just so you know.
Yeah, but Hope Bus, their names is Victoria and Terry.
Okay.
And they are actually working out. They're really nice channel to check out. I highly recommend checking out this channel.
I truly appreciate you when you do that, by the way. I really do appreciate that you give shout outs to people like that and recommend. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kenneth.
Oh, you're welcome. But anyway, they are building out a bus, and they're calling the bus's name is Hope.
Oh,
and there's an acronym for what that stands for: helping others.
Plan.
No.
Pig out.
Well, Hope would be helping others plan events.
Helping other people evolve, I believe it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Evolve.
And they're Canadian.
They are Canadian, and they have several videos where they're coming along really nicely with this bus build that they're doing, and it's really interesting.
Nice. So they sent you some coffee.
Yeah, they actually sent me some coffee.
So what do you think of them?
It was definitely a 10.
Was it a 10? Well, I'll tell you what. The reason why I'm bringing this up right now, well, Nanda just brought it for me, but I just bought a box of these of 24, and these are you probably got the single ones, Kenneth, because these are the double ones. These, as you can see, the two there. This is 2 chocolate bars in one.
Okay.
I actually got. I think I got the 2. I believe.
You got the 2. Okay. So I'm gonna bring some of these on the cruise, and I'll pass them out. All right.
What does it say on there? Coffee what?
Coffee crisp.
Coffee crisp.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that like
go good with some coffee as well?
Or a Milky Way?
Coffee.
Let me see if I can remember. Okay, so you know what wafer cookies are, Papa?
Yeah.
Okay, think of those as coffee flavored and multiple layered coffee wafer, or like layered wafer cookies with chocolate wrapped around them. That's really what it is.
You're talking about Tim Tams, and they're yummy.
No. I know what Tim Tams are, Papa. We get Tim Tams here. I'm going to take you a bite, and I'll show you. I'm going to take you a bite and to make you jealous.
Okay.
And I'll show you what they look like, because Kenneth knows.
I'm getting ready to send you a little something, something.
Look, Papa, look.
They actually kind of remind me of a Kit Kat bar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but to
kind of, yeah.
me, they look like they have the flavor more of like a Three Musketeers or a Milky Way. But
No,
I'm
the
with you.
coffee,
It does look
coffee,
more. It looks more. Yeah,
and so the texture of wafer cookies
with the coffee flavor.
with the coffee flavor and chocolate wrapped around it and more dense.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
I got to get you to Memphis in May, so you can go to Memphis in May festival. Let me think.
I'm all game for visiting any place down there, man. Now that I'm talking to all you guys and the RV community, and by the way, I'm part of the RV community too, kind of. The reason why I started following that because I have a van. I have a 2012 Dodge Grand Caravan that me and Ananda want to travel in. And so I started watching a lot of RV communities and stuff like that to get little pointers and stuff like that. We got the mattress and we got the porta potties and
Hey, can I just tell you something funny? But it was horribly embarrassing. We had made a couple trips leaving. Oh, we were on our way to the airport, and another time we were on our way back from the airport. And I thought the tank had all been drained. I got on an exit ramp, and I told Shelly, I'm like, pull over here. She's like, we're getting off of this exit. I said, pull over.
all over. Totally understand that.
If you don't want this car saturated with the smell of popping urine, you better get off here this instant. She's like, well, what am I supposed to do? I'm like, get off the road. And man, it was all I could do to not soil myself.
So Kenneth, just so you know, this is a warning to you when you get up in your 50s. What he's talking about is a common thing for older men to go through.
Yeah.
So you will definitely be going through that once you hit 50.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, we can't be too far from a public washroom.
Everybody needs 2 bathrooms.
Yeah, it's not really fun when you're driving through a mountain pass like I was at Christmas time and there's no washrooms for a very long time.
Man, that footage that you put on at Christmas time was rough.
So you understand what it would be like when you have to pull over to the side of the road, like you're saying, Papa? In that environment?
I just opened both doors.
And just let it flow, huh?
Actually, one of those things, and I actually lost footage, by the way.
I just opened both doors.
Yeah.
Because, I don't wear long shorts that are going to get scrambled on.
I had lost footage, so I was going to do more, but there was one time when I pulled over, Ananda had forgotten to close the back door, and I got out, and I had a small area to pull over, and when I went out, and I sunk up to my chest in snow.
Great.
Yeah.
Exquisite, right?
And actually, last month, the area where we were stayed in a hotel, not at the hotel itself, but right in that area, there was a couple people killed from an avalanche.
Oh.
Yeah.
That ain't no fun.
And actually, while we're staying there, we were talking about, this is avalanche area, love. Wouldn't that be sad if we got hit by an avalanche? But yes, just a month ago, somebody was killed.
Have you? Well, you probably wouldn't like it. Are you a bologna fan? Do you like bologna?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you like
Newfoundland steak? Newfoundland steak, Papa.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Thanks. Bye.
Is she like doing like a dance for you behind the camera? Is that what she's doing?
Well, she's trying to low key get one in on me, but I don't know. You dancing? No. You need the Holy Ghost. Huh?
I'm trying to work.
Oh, up here? Okay, I'm done pressing. trying to find that place. I think a lot of this has closed.
I'm gonna send this back.
Closing.
Kenneth, I just booked your room today, by the way.
Talking about the pre-cruise.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm actually just waiting to hear back from the hotel, see if they confirmed it.
Oh, is that the where's the place before the cruise?
Hilton Garden Inn.
Hilton Garden Inn. Before and after?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
No, you're not staying after. You switched to another one, a fancier hotel.
we didn't switch to another one. I got the same hotel.
Did you get what?
I got the same hotel that we're staying at. I just booked it myself.
Oh, okay, that's how it went. Okay.
We're staying at the Hilton Garden Inn both nights, but I don't know for sure if we're still going or not.
Well, totally understand that, Mama. Just so
We'll
you know.
have to see. I don't really know.
A lot of it we'll know a little bit more.
I'll look it up.
Hopefully, we'll know some more after Monday.
I told Papa earlier that I'm going to pray extra harder for you guys.
You know, there's always 1,000 reasons we can give to God as to why we hope to get what we want from Him. But really, He only has to give us one reason, that He won't give us something that He doesn't want us to have.
But there's also other people involved too, Papa.
I
He may not
understand.
answer yours, but he may answer ours.
That's exactly right. And He knows the weight of each.
Each, that's right.
And He knows if I need to be on there, whether I feel I should or not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even see. No. Don't do this, big boy. What's he whining about?
I guess she hasn't got back to me yet, but
Your mommy's at work. Your mommy's at work, big boy. Why don't you come and see my friend? Hey, come here. Come here. Come up here and see Grandpa. That's Steve. Look up here. Come here. Look. Looky there. Who's that up there? You see Grandpa? Oh, look. Looky there.
Seeing you eat that thing, Larry, it just makes me want to jump right there at the screen and get a bite.
Kenneth, I have a box of 24.
I'm gonna show you a picture, everybody.
They're only these double ones were only $1.25, right? You know, that's nothing, right? So what did I pay? I paid $24 for a box. That's nothing.
Coffee.
So I'm bringing them for like Pero DJ. I'm bringing that box for Jay, because he loves Coffee Crisp on this cruise. And I can't remember what D likes, so I'm going to bring her something.
Oh, is that who you're going with, Para DJ?
Well, I'm not going with them, but they're going to be on that cruise.
Oh, okay.
I found out after the fact, once I booked it, that they're going to be on it.
They put out a lot of good information.
Oh,
Their research, man. If you ever want to know what's at the port you're going to, just go to their port series and anything. ABC, Aruba, Bonaire. Oh, and she's one I think that likes the snorkeling so well.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And man, some of those things she's got like 2 or 3 videos of the same island. I think Bonaire is one of them. Big boy, so pitiful.
But don't you worry, Kenneth. I'll be bringing you some.
Okay.
Coffee Crisp.
Of course, I'll have to be careful because
You're not diabetic like me and Papa, are you?
no, but I still have to be very careful because it runs in my family.
Ooh.
Diabetes?
Yeah, my dad's got it. My dad's mama had it. My dad's brother's got it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
My mommy had it. His daddy had it, so it's hereditary.
Speaking
But
of that, I actually
just-
got to take my Ozempic tonight.
Just
I'm on that Ozempic, and it works great.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I still they cut my metformin in half because
Oh, wow.
my A1C is still extremely good. Although I haven't seen my work from last week.
So if they cut that in half, that means that you're basically coming out of it then.
Well, yeah, because the A1C had cut in half. The A1C was down to like 5.8 now. Now, this was before the cruise. So I don't know after the cruise. And I don't know. I don't know. I didn't eat much or drink much on the cruise. So I'm not sure what it was like in the hospital. Mommy,
Kenneth, if you were
did
to
you
ever
see
get
what
it,
my A1C was in the hospital?
it is very dangerous and it can kill you. There's a lot of negative things to it, like neuropathy, which is basically numb
It was
feet, and
supposed
you
to
can
put
get
on my blood
amputations
type
and all
too.
that. But as you've seen, I can eat a chocolate bar. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
positive?
Not the end of the world, but I just can't eat chocolate bars every day. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I have diabetes, but there's nothing wrong with having a chocolate bar, even as a diabetic, as long as you're controlling that and doing things properly.
As long as you do it in proportions.
Proportions, yes. Meaning, so I'll have a chocolate bar today, and I won't eat another chocolate bar for I don't even know how long. Because really, I used to love chocolate, but the medications that I'm on, this Ozempic that I'm on, suppresses your appetite. So I am actually not enjoying chocolate as much anymore. But we just got back yesterday, so we never got no groceries. And I always like to have some form of sweet after I eat meals. So that was the only thing available, the box of chocolate bars. But yeah, my last time I did my sugars, Papa, it was the A1C was, what was it? It was 7.8 or something.
7.8?
Yeah.
Your doctor will be happy with that.
Oh, they already, yeah. Now I just did it, my sugars the other day, and it was at 9.
Let's see. Trying to find
But
something.
I'll tell you right now, Kenneth, don't ever deal with neuropathy if you were to ever get it. It's not fun. It's like my toes are constantly numb. And then toes are a part of you, especially for you, your balance and all that kind of stuff. That's an important thing. And you don't feel it. So you can't balance properly and all that kind of stuff.
That is
my dad's got neuropathy in his feet, so
yeah.
I've got all my toes missing on one foot.
Yeah, and that's the ultimate thing that happens if you,
And I will tell you, it's a sight for sore eyes. It is nothing to look at.
You
And
showed me, Papa. I don't like this feeling at all, and I don't have anything cut. And I don't like, this is nasty. This neuropathy, it's bad.
Yeah, it does something to your senses when you look at something that you know should be hurting you and it doesn't.
My father-in-law, who passed away last year, he had a knife collection, and he'd sharpen them all the time and all that kind of stuff. He actually dropped the knife, and it stuck through his foot into the floor, and he didn't feel a thing.
Yeah, I ran a knife through mine.
Did you? Oh, your situation was different. Yeah.
Yeah.
But thankfully, I just went to the doctor the other day.
Yeah.
And he took a look at my last blood work from where I had some took, and he said that my sugar was like 70. So he said,
well, that's good.
I'm nowhere near
that sounds like a good number.
I'm nowhere near diabetic, so
not even pre-diabetic numbers.
He said whatever you're doing,
keep it up.
He wants me to lose some more weight, and
oh wow,
I did weigh 100 and before, huh? I did weigh 140. 48, 49 pounds, and I'm down to 137 now.
Oh my God.
So he told me the other day when I went to him, he said it wouldn't hurt you to lose another 15, 20 pounds. So I told him, I said, what I normally do is I've cut out a lot of breads pastas, starches. I've cut out a lot of that stuff. And that's
What are you going to eat on a cruise now that you just took care of everything that's on a cruise?
You can go protein heavy on a cruise,
Yeah.
but the
No.
thing is, Kenneth.
Kenneth, you know what you need to do, Kenneth.
Okay, I'm back. You can continue talking great things about me.
Yeah, it's all about you, Rob.
That's all about Rob. Now, tell us, Rob, do you weigh 130?
Well, about.
What was that? I'm sorry. Your mouth was full of
Thereabouts, she said. I speak mouthful language.
I think you were sucking down some chocolate cake as he was trying to say, I'm not wrestle anymore.
Looks like a cookie, yeah, chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah, I knew I heard chocolate in there somewhere. It's the language of.
Yeah, there's that chocolate sound was in there, yeah. But yeah, Kenneth, you'll be able to eat pretty much.
Yeah.
I know, because it's basically what, like, we got married in a resort and we went twice. Resort food is basically the same that you get on a cruise ship, and there's all kinds of food. You don't have to eat all that crazy, 12-layered chocolate covered cake with double chocolate icing with.
Yeah.
You don't need to, but you know what? I can guarantee you I might nibble a little piece.
Hey, I'm looking at an ad about Canada from Mike Lindell. He's a guy based out of Minnesota. He makes the My Pillows.
Yes.
Yep.
And, which we have 3 or 4 of them ourselves. I love them.
From what I understand, he got involved with sending some pillows up to our
12,000 of them.
12,000 of them. He sent them up for the truckers.
They were scheduled to be sent across the border on Tuesday.
But they're being refused because
Lindell's
our beautiful prime minister is going gung-ho on anything that helping out the protest in any way.
Lindell would be sending a care package to all the brave truckers in Canada, blocking major connections across the U.S.-Canada border.
Hey, Brene and Danny.
Hi, Danny. Hi, Brene.
Oh, there's Brene. Hello, my dear. Very good to see you. Very good indeed. And of course,
Danny, he loves seafood like me. I love seafood in a different way, and that's probably the same way that Danny's talking about. There's Najuma.
Oh my goodness. And I try to eat as much seafood as possible on cruises. I happen to love seafood, so cruises are Papa friendly. But
Papa, I'm wondering if Danny means any food that he sees as in
you might have a point there. Although Danny is
Danny doesn't look that he needs to worry about weight.
I don't know. He's a good man, but I think if he's off to his own and the boys aren't around, I think he could low key be a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, I need to go outside and check out the dolphins on the other side. Here, guys.
I don't like Guy's burgers.
What?
I have never had one.
What?
Roads in Ottawa, Ontario, to protest Canada's vaccine mandate. Oh, I'm so sick of hearing this.
Yeah, so my Papa. I was gung ho before we went away on Twitter, but I gave up. He's done. I'm done with hearing his stuff.
Russia.
So you've never tried Guy's Burger, Papa?
I don't even know who. I don't know what that is. I know
diners, drive-ins, dives.
Yes, somebody told me what it was, but I've never had those.
So it's basically like a hamburger with, he uses donkey sauce. It's called. It's mayonnaise, mustard, Worcestershire sauce, garlic, salt and pepper, and I can't remember if there's anything else. But it is to die for.
All of that sounds delicious. Everything.
I've made burgers that way, and I cannot wait to go on and try a real Guy's Burger.
I ate last time I was in DC. I ate at a place called Five Burgers or something.
Five Guys. Woo! My number one favorite place to get a burger is Five Guys.
I will tell you I like their burgers just fine. But the thing that has me coming back every time are those potatoes. Their French fries. Oh my goodness.
Actually, my favorite thing, and I want to apologize to Bernie. I am a little loud, and I actually need to get going soon here anyway, and edit Haverhead. But I go for the peanuts. They have peanuts when you go in there, big shell peanuts with shells. You go in, and they always got this big, huge bucket of peanuts, and you can just eat out while you're waiting to get your thing. And so what I'll do is I'll put a handful into my order when I leave, and love it.
That sounds wonderful. Is Larry yelling?
Yes.
I don't know. I was a little bit more concerned as what he was saying or what I thought he was saying.
Well, for one, I do have a fan right beside me, so I've always been that way. I have a loud voice. You'll see when I go on a cruise.
I just don't want to see any parts bleeding. That's all. Hello. I don't like Guy's Burgers, says Danny Griswold. No worries. I just lowered my phone.
But I still need to be respectful of my voice too, Bernie. I understand, and I apologize.
Well,
I actually do have to throw out a warning there. Actually, I'm on a new medication, and it's actually making me much better, and it's giving me a lot more energy. It's Ritalin, and so that's one of the reasons why I might be a little louder than normal.
Here we go. I bought a drink package for our next cruise. I'm sure Landon can handle his 15 a day.
Wait a minute. Does that count for kids also?
Anybody?
No, I don't think so. I think the drink package, the 15 drinks is for the adults.
Oh, for the adult drink package. Okay. All right.
Mommy told me that if I got the drink package, she also would have to get the drink package.
Yes, she would. Yeah. You can't have one person in a cabin that drinks.
That doesn't apply to the minors then.
No.
Right.
Okay. I didn't know that.
It's just the
But
drink package.
when I go, if I get the drink package for me, I'll be getting the bubbles package for Brianna.
Yeah.
Well, honey, if you have any left over, you just have it sent to your room, and I'll come on up, and I'll bring a little peace offering from Mom to you.
You know what I thought? Okay, because if you go to like me and Rob, we booked the steakhouse before I canceled, and so I'm going to do it again this time. And you get a free bottle of wine if you go to the steakhouse on the first night. And I thought, well, I'm not a big, huge drinker, but I guess you're allowed to bring it back to your room. That could be my drinks the whole time in my room, besides going out and having a drink with all you guys. But you know what I mean? Like,
I will tell you, I think I did with about 10 or 11 sodas the whole week.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, I mean, it would never have profited me. I mean, and
you didn't do the bubbles package, right?
Do what?
Did you do the bubbles package?
No.
So how do you? I'm curious. How do you get pop?
You can take soda. You take like a 12-pack of sodas on there.
Yeah.
And if you run out partway through, you can buy more at the ports that you go to.
No, I know that. But if I'm on a cruise ship and I didn't bring any cans of soda, Canadians call it pop. So if I don't bring no pop on the cruise ship, and I want to have a drink of pop, say I randomly want some, would they charge you for a single pop like they would do for like a drink of beer if I don't get the drink package?
Yep.
If you don't get the drink package?
Yes.
Yeah?
I don't know. I don't think they charge us.
Yes, they would. It would be charged to your onboard credit room.
Yeah, because I don't drink pop. I don't drink it at all. I haven't drank pop in 3 years. But the thoughts are, let's just say I wanted a juice or I wanted a Red Bull. You know what I mean? Just like I'm going to want, like, June is saying she's getting the drink package. So I'm certainly going to have some drinks with everybody. But, I'm not going to get the drink package so I can buy them singly. So I thought.
No, I don't think I'm going to get it either. Because I'm not big, I don't drink a lot.
Oh, so you're not getting the drink package?
No, but I was trying to explain it because of me having Brianna in my room.
Oh,
if I get the drink package, she's under 18, so she can't drink alcohol.
I see.
So I would get the bubbles package for her. I think I'm just going to do the 2 bubble packages because I haven't really, I have maybe 3 drinks since my husband's had.
Yeah, I'm normally that way with drinking. Like if
I'm
we go
not
out, we're all together in a little party. I'll have maybe 3 or 4 drinks, and that's it.
I don't think
I'm
they
not a big
charged us.
drinker, so
We didn't.
I'm,
I was going to say we didn't have any. I didn't order wine any at meals. Never. I never
You
had the.
didn't drink at all?
I did that one that they shoved into my hand as we walked in the door, and I do mean shoved it in my
Yeah,
hand.
that's the one that I'm going to get just to have that whale tail, so I can put it in my
Well, it's
background
16,
later.
it's 1650.
Yeah, it is what it is. That's what they do. I don't agree with that kind of sales tactic, but
Well, I got it because I collect mugs,
yes.
and that is a unique mug. If it's just a mug that says Carnival, I'm not going to get it. But if it says, if it's shaped like a carnival whale tail, I heard all about that. I
So
want to see what
Kenny's
Danny.
getting a drink package, I hear.
Steakhouse was good, but not
Only
much.
15 a day, Kenny, okay?
Okay, Danny, you bring up a good point, and one of my contentions with the magic. Kenny is a heavy drinker. I can hardly keep up with him in Brent. That's not. Danny said the one before that steakhouse was good, but not much different than formal night. Danny, I was not impressed with. To me, there wasn't any of the food on board that compared to that place in Oklahoma City where you took me.
So you didn't do the steak? You did the steakhouse? No.
I did not. I will tell you the thing that was consistently good. It wasn't the biggest ones I've ever had, but it was a shrimp cocktail made with small to medium shrimp and chilled perfectly.
They're called 100 count, I would imagine. Shrimp cocktail is usually the 100 counts. I don't eat it because I don't like the cocktail sauce, and I don't necessarily like shrimp. But
oh man, I love shrimp, and I like it when it's deturred. Shrimp cocktails are awesome. I got 2 of them every night.
I don't do horseradish because that's what's the shrimp cocktail sauce made with ketchup, horseradish. Oh, I can't remember what else.
I'm not a big fan of horseradish either, but I will actually eat. Depends on how it's made. Different people make it different ways.
Well, you're from somewhere hot, so it's expected for people like you to eat that kind of food.
But I do like the shrimp cocktail sauce that you use to dip your shrimp in.
Shrimp in, yeah, which is made with ketchup, horseradish, and I can't remember what else goes into it.
I think you pretty well have it.
Lemon juice.
I would eat about 4 each day. Danny says about
wow.
Danny, you ain't kidding, buddy. Those were delicious. They were consistent too. Everything tasted the same on Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, so on and so forth. Kenny loves avocado with his shrimp and grits with
corn cake.
Oh man.
What's porn cake, Kenny? Got to tell me what it is. Tell me.
There's a joke in there screaming to get it right.
Oh, obviously. It's coming from Danny.
Yeah. Now, I'm not a big fan of avocado.
No?
No.
Not by themselves, no. Now, I like it in a guacamole sauce, yeah.
So you will eat guacamole?
You do?
It depends on how it's made.
Now, okay, I love guacamole. Not or avocado necessarily by itself either, Kenny. I will eat it. But with guacamole, yeah, it's going to be made with onions, tomatoes, and it's got to have cumin. Oh.
But
I got to have lemon juice in mine.
Lemon juice, sorry, as well. Yeah. Sorry, Kenny.
But yeah, when I went to when I went to Quartzsite in
Danny said Kenny had a guac conversion in Quartzsite.
and so I actually tried. Do you know Van Life Voyages?
Yep.
Derek and Tanya.
Mhm.
They actually made some guacamole sauce,
Okay.
and it was actually pretty good. I actually liked it.
Do you remember what was in it, Kenneth?
I don't remember what was in it, but she said she makes a. She said Tanya says she makes it quite frequently, and she makes jars of it, and
Oh, wow.
and things. But and then Whoa Nelly from Whoa Nelly RV Adventures.
Don't know that one.
Don't know that one? That's another good channel to check out. But anyway, the
Yeah.
she brought some guacamole from Walmart, I believe she said it was.
Yeah.
And it was really good as well.
I think that's the El Walmarto guacamole. Is it the brand name?
You speak awesome Spanish, Papa.
I know. I live. Hey, the majority of this of our little village here is
Yeah.
Hispanic, so I got to do my part to stay brown.
Well, where my kids live in New Mexico, same thing.
Wait, what's that say? I don't. What's that say? I don't.
What?
Oh, come on, Juma. I don't.
What happened?
Oh, he's looking at your shirt.
What's it say? I don't.
What?
I said, I don't have an attitude problem. I don't know. What's up?
Whatever you say, I'm prepared to take your word for it. Whatever you say.
So, Kenneth, what is porn cake? So I'll
Okay. That is a long story. Okay.
know.
There is this.
Oh, okay, I got it, Papa. No. Read my shirt. The Papa one know what it says. I don't have.
Sounds stressful there.
You won't be able to read it.
Let's say it louder. I don't have an attitude problem. You have a problem with my attitude, and that's not my problem.
That's great. I love it.
Nice.
Get that thing behind Larry.
It's okay. Kenny can tell his long story if he wants. Let him tell his
Okay.
story.
Now, there's this channel called Kendra Caswell. Okay. Now she is from Boston, Massachusetts, and she does some stuff with.
He does porn?
She does some stuff with her daughter. No. Okay. Well, anyway, we were talking one day about pone cakes.
Oh,
Pone cakes. If you
pone cake. You talking about pone cake?
P-O-N-E?
like
P-O-N-E?
P-O-N-E.
Yeah, pone
What
cake.
it is, it's just fried cornbread. Is what it is.
Yeah, it's just fried cornbread. Flat. It's usually flat.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Oh, they thought you said corn cake.
Anyway, Kendra thought with my accent that I said porn cakes. And that's where it all come in at.
Hey, I think we can all sympathize with Danny Griswold on this one. He said, I'm in the wrong chat. Yep, I've been there, done that. Rob said he has too. You ever see those things that'll say, she said this, but he heard this?
Yeah.
Or the other way around. It's always funny.
Like when you said roof,
Roof.
But
soda, pop.
Yeah. But now I am a big, heavy coffee drinker. I will say that.
Oh,
course,
so
you
very
need to.
interesting. Have you tried Tim Hortons coffee?
No, I have not tried Tim Hortons.
Would you try instant coffee?
Yes, I would. I would try anything at least
I'm
once.
wondering, okay, who would know this? Rob or Papa, do they have Keurigs in your room? No.
Oh, in the room? No, not in the room.
Probably not.
Nope.
But on the ship, do they?
Some do, some don't.
Okay, so you know what? It's going to be much easier for me to bring a bottle of instant coffee, and it's Tim Hortons coffee, and I'm going to bring that for everybody, to whoever drinks coffee, to try it. I'm going to do that too.
You can bring a jar of your favorite coffee or whatever, and let people dip it up with water.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I don't
because you had it, Papa. You shared a photo with me one day of the Keurig pods of Tim Hortons coffee.
Mommy would be the one that would know that. I know nothing of coffee.
Yeah, you shared it with me. You shared a picture with me. Show me the Tim Hortons pod coffee that we have here.
Oh,
it was where you live.
Well, I don't remember that, but I don't know
for the cruise. I will bring a bottle of instant coffee so everybody will get to try it.
Okay, I thought you could come up like.
I just want to bring out some Canadian stuff, and you guys, you don't need to bring American stuff because I'm already in America. I'll be in America and exploring everything that I don't get to try.
Well, I wanted to send over some Sanka and some Nescafe.
I already drink that. Actually, we have Nescafe in our cupboard right now, gold label.
Mix that with donkey sauce and.
What, you don't like that?
Well, I mean, it's just that'll put some coffee on your ass.
Actually, no, I drink Tim Hortons coffee. That's pretty much all I drink.
No Starbucks?
I've heard Call Me V talk about how good
I love that face.
Or some others
not
said
like
how good it was. Somebody said it was.
Tim Hortons coffee? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. So that was really
coffee good. For Canadians who love Tim Hortons, I'll say it the way it is. It's not your strong hit you in the face, kind of wake you up in the face kind of coffee. It's not that. You can get that. They have the dark roast and all that kind of stuff. But your typical regular Tim Hortons coffee is you walk in there and it's just a regular cup of coffee. I don't like that. Like, have you tried Starbucks before, Kenneth?
I don't usually buy Starbucks because you can't afford it.
Well, there's that part because that's one of the reasons why I don't do it either. But you've tried their coffee before, right?
I think I tried their coffee one time.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Here's where you get it. It's kind of like a McDonald's coffee, kind of.
Now I've had McDonald's coffee. They're good. It's good.
So it's kind of like that, kind of.
Okay.
It's not your hit you in the pants, wake you up like, woo! Kind of
Man, this stuff sounds brutal.
What?
Kick you in the pants? I tell you, a lot of people around here are either one of two camps for the most part. Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts. And
yes, so
I think my daughters,
the lines of Dunkin' Donuts kind of coffee.
My daughters and my wife
knows Dunkin' Donuts because they have them in Ontario. Where coffee time, Rob.
I don't think they're intent.
I remember coffee time.
Larry, we are already at the point of the school year where
they're doing Canada now already. Wow.
Wow.
That was quick. I remember him saying they were learning Canada last year.
Is that like social studies, or do they still have that?
He's teaching about Canada, the subject, well, not the subject of Canada, but
we lost
the topic of Canada. So yeah, I'll bring you some coffee, Kenny, and some coffee, Chris.
Yeah, coffee and water are my biggest go-to drinks. Those are about the only drinks that I will ever.
You're gonna laugh, Kenny. Do you know what my go-to is?
What's that?
Milk.
Milk.
I drink 4 liters of milk every day and a half.
4 liters? What the heck?
Wow.
Oh, sorry. A gallon of milk. Sorry. A gallon of milk every day and a half.
Oh, my goodness.
Buttermilk that way.
He drinks. My dad drinks buttermilk that way.
Oh,
Wait,
stop!
what? I didn't hear you.
Buttermilk.
I
No, well, okay. I'm sure your papa is, older than we are. How old how old did he turn?
He just turned 72 February
Oh
the
yeah,
11th.
in that age bracket, they like their buttermilks and all that. Yeah.
Hey, listen to me. Listen to me. Get you a fat, moist, deep, rich chocolate cake that is more oil than anything, and then dunk it in about a 32-ounce cup of buttermilk. You're welcome, everybody. You are
Actually, I
welcome.
would try that. Actually, sounds good. But buttermilk on its own,
No.
Buttermilk pancakes, yes. Buttermilk batter, like for like fish and chips.
Buttermilk biscuits.
Biscuits. What do you call it? Like Indian food. They use a lot of buttermilk in their food sometimes.
You want to see everybody?
But
Huh?
like Papa drinks it straight up. No, thanks, Papa.
Come here, everybody. Baby. Everybody wants to see you,
I'll tell
Tootie.
you something else this old man likes.
Here.
What?
Cornbread and orange juice.
He likes cornbread and orange juice.
Wow, that's a strange combination, but I would try it.
I don't know if I would. Unless
Wait, do I have any orange juice? No, I just finished my orange juice.
I'm getting sick. I'm lactose intolerant. Oh dear.
Uh,
No,
that would basically kill me if I had to give up milk.
Come here and see everybody.
I'd rather give up bread than milk.
Who said earlier that they liked salmon cakes?
Me.
And
Larry.
That was Larry from Plump Flowers.
Did you know that if you eat a salmon cake, you're eating a pound cake?
Well, it's
well,
hard.
no, did you say it's pone cakes are like made with cornmeal?
Well, it can be,
Oh.
but you make your salmon cakes with cornmeal too, or at least I do.
Actually, that actually sounds yummy now that you're saying it. Yeah, make them like the filler.
Bye,
Instead of
Danny.
breadcrumbs, throw in some. Bye, Danny. Throw in some
Bye, Danny.
cornmeal. Oh wow, Papa, that sounds yummy.
I never thought of them as. I mean, my mother raised me on salmon out of the can, which included the spinal column.
See, yeah, that's same here, Papa. We're in the same thing here. That turned me up.
That's
When
the
I
only
say
thing where
salmon
the bones didn't bother me in that, but
Yeah.
those bones I could crunch up no problem. But I know what he's talking about too, because I went to college in Memphis, and down there you get all the compounds you want.
See, you guys are talking about making salmon cakes with this canned salmon, right? What I'm talking about is taking like a fillet of salmon and mincing it up.
Yeah.
And then putting in a filler, which
That I've never heard of, Larry.
oh
You can chop it up and everything and mix it.
yeah.
I could eat it because I love salmon. And I will just tell you, Larry, if you do come here and Olivia does some cooking for us, one of her specialities is lemon salmon. It's good.
You're not talking gravlax, what are you?
Huh?
You're not talking gravlax, are you?
No, I'm talking about yummy.
So
salmon.
lemon dill, so salmon, fillet of salmon, sautéed in a pan or broiled in a pan or poached in a pan, and then you add some lemon dill sauce on top or lemon butter sauce on top.
Usually she'll put straight lemon, squeezed lemon.
There's that too. Hey, as long as I'm guaranteed there's no bones in there, I will eat salmon for sure.
No, in fact, if she finds a lemon seed in there, she'll dig it out.
Yeah. Well, yeah, as long as I don't get a lemon seed either. No, I don't do bones. Like I do like salmon, but no, the bones, no. I actually, the last fish I caught here, I didn't get the bones out properly, and I almost got sick from eating that. Ugh. Papa, I got to get going here because Ananda's going for her nap, and I actually took my door off, and I can't close it.
Now, Larry, why would you do a thing like that?
well, I had to get my desk in here that I got. So I'm rearranging my studio. It's taking me a long time.
Looks
I'm
like
not
you remodeled your
young and
bedroom.
youthful like you guys are on the bottom.
You remodeled your bedroom,
So
I see.
you put your studio in your bedroom.
Well, it's my second bedroom. I have 2 bedrooms.
Hey, I can't fault you for that. She's got her room. I got mine.
Oh, you guys sleep in separate bedrooms?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
we kind of do that when we travel, Papa, because like when we just stayed at a hotel, she wants me to get 2 queen beds. She wants her bed and she can have her bed, so she can.
I tell you what, I got so into the length of the hotel king beds and the length of her bed here at home. She's got a king bed here. I've got a extended twin bed in my room. I can't hardly sleep in a short bed. I don't know.
We have a king. We have a king in our bedroom,
Yeah.
and it's firm. But whenever you go to the hotels, most people like soft and pillowy. That's where I have a hard time. I could barely sleep the whole time. I was my back pain because I'm not on my back pain meds for a while.
Man.
And oh man, I was almost in tears from pain because it's so soft. And it's not that the beds are bad. It's just I need a firm bed, and these are all soft beds.
Everybody likes their own, the bed a certain way.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, I've been on here 3 hours and 5 minutes and 28 seconds. So
We've been that long, Papa?
Okay.
Well, Rob, you
And
went
that's-
for a while, so I took over. So
and that's
we're
from the
both-
time. That's for the time when we actually started functioning correctly.
Yeah. It's not including the other show that everybody missed.
Right. That was before
The pre-show.
The pre-show,
yeah.
The warm-up. And then not including the conversations that me, Rob, and Sean had while you were
I know.
doing your thing.
Then I was trying to go back over. I'm like, what did I say in the last 15 minutes? I had to say some stupid stuff.
Don't worry, Papa. You didn't say anything mean or bad or yeah.
I was on a particularly nice day. Well,
Papa, if you really want to know, it's already up on your channel. You can go back and see it.
Oh, great. Well, you guys
That's a
take
good
care
thing
of
about
yourself.
YouTube.
Thank
You
you
watch
for
the
coming
replay.
in. Beautiful.
Yeah.
We had a lot of people in and out during the 3 hours. So
Yeah.
it's good to see all my friends. I love you all. Pray for you all. Ask you to pray
Back
for
at you,
me.
Papa.
I might, this is Friday. I might get on here Sunday afternoon, but don't count on it.
I'm on Saturday evening, Papa, at 10 p.m. Eastern, but you're normally in bed by that time. But
I am, but you know what? I've been having these fits where I've been waking up like at 9 o'clock.
I know. I saw you on there the other day.
And I was like 9 o'clock. And the other day I was up for like 6 hours, like 9 to 3. Najuma,
Good night, Najuma.
we love you.
Bye, Najuma.
Kenneth, I'll see you another time, pal.
I'm
Thanks
on
for having
Sunday
me
at 10 p.m.
up.
Eastern.
You're always welcome. All you got to do, Kenneth, is see me on.
Yeah.
I don't charge admission, no requirements, nothing. Just be
I
nice.
have a question. How does Rob get to know that you're live when you're supposed to be calling me? I'm your right-hand man to make sure I'm there. Anytime you go live, you call me, and I'll be there in a heartbeat.
I don't know. I have no excuse, I guess.
But then the question is, Larry, why don't you inform me?
Well, because you're always informing me that he went live.
Well, that's a small path for me to walk down. I don't know.
It's all good, Papa.
It's all good.
Hey, gentlemen, I love you all. Thank you so much for your support.
And Larry, looking forward to getting to meet you.
I am too, Kenneth.
Yep, and I'm looking forward to meet you someday, Kenneth, whatever that happens to be.
Hey, good night, guys. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Okay.
All right.
End broadcast. End broadcast.